right, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Generation X proudly brings to you. Wait a minute, no, we are not the Generation X over here, man. Hey, no,
that's not it.
Damn, man, what? Hold on, I done forgot already. I am the best there is. The best there was. No, that's not it neither. That's not it.
I wish I could turn the lights off.
Exactly.
When I turn the lights off, things start to happen. Shout out to Taker, man. My dude, man. My dude is going to the Hall of Fame, bro. Shout out to Taker.
Shit. Rest of the damn your ass better go,
bro.
But what's going on, people? What is going on? This your boys over here on the Friday Night Madness tip. I am your man, 6-man KStylzz. To the left, you got the mad scientist on the screen. His name tonight is These Nuts. Mad, Monty, boy.
You called that. You called that, did
Exactly.
Up a little bit.
Hey man. Like I said, we got a very interesting one going on tonight. Hey man, you know how we gotta do. You know we gotta do it right. You know we gotta do it right.
Shiny as fuck right now. Good God.
Yeah.
Got Rudolph nose up here, boy.
Exactly, boy. You look like you got a cold over there. But you know how we got to do it tonight. You know how we always got to do it, man. We got to hit them with the roll call. And today's roll call is sponsored by High Quality H2O. High Quality H2O. And today's roll call we're going to have today, we got Atlanta Nation in the building. We got Joseph Thornton. We got Noah Tyndale. That's family right there, man. Y'all show some love to Noah. We got ATL Leo. We got Brian Peoples. We got Asik Poe Basie. We got Low Ski. We got Tony Hall. Yeezy's in here as usual. We got Isaac Crime, Bubba Gump. We got Floyd Donnelly. We got Todrick Davis. We got T Jr. I think we already look. I think somebody done already got triggered.
Hey.
All right. Hey, we got Carrie Calamia, man. We ain't seen that man.
Carrie, my homegirl.
I thought she disappeared on him.
No, she been handling she been locking down. She been locking down AFN the group on Facebook. So they do a great job, man. They keep me from having to do too much, us from having to do too much. So yeah, I do a great job with it.
Andrew G, CK22, Andrew G, and C2 Raw. I think I said Floyd Donnelly, but if I didn't, I'm gonna say it again. Man, Mike, what the hell? Well, these folks are in the chat already going crazy. Man. What the hell do you got in mind for us tonight?
Hey, I want to say something, and I'm gonna set it up for you. So, I wanted to play a little game, right? I'm not talking about the Saw game where people get hurt and killed. I mean, me saying this would probably get some people killed. But I'm gonna say this. Let's play a little game. Let's play a little game. All right, let's just switch things up.
What kind of game we gonna play?
I want to switch the flow a little bit. Today, man, Mike is not going to be a Ryan night. So I want to give out all the reasons why Matt Ryan should be gone. why he need to get the fuck up out of here. So we're going to play the game of let's get Matt Ryan asses out of here and how we're going to do it the proper way. Get his ass the fuck up out of Atlanta. Get his ass out of Atlanta. We're going to play that game today. Okay? We're not Matt Ryan supporter today. We're trying to figure out a way we can get his ass the fuck up out of here. Because a lot of people don't want him here. All right? Let's find a way to get him the fuck out of Atlanta, out of our jersey, out of that number 2. He's not going to be calling plays for, it's a possibility that your boy Calvin Ridley will be back because he hate Matt Ryan. Julio could, decide he want to come back to Atlanta. Like, we're going to play all them games today. So that's why I'm going with it today. We're going to find a way to get Matt Ryan the fuck up out of here.
I'm just going to let y'all know, man, I had no idea we was going this route right here.
I should have put the mad scientist. I should have put the mad scientist over
here. Goddamn. But
he had no clue that I was going to do this.
I had no clue, boy. This is very interesting because, but before we do that, we got to hit this $10 super chat.
$10.
Todrick Davis, appreciate the 10 spot. He said, fellas think Atlanta will always be an excitement base over a brain case. Example, Ryan Brains, Vic excitement, and do you realize excitement has never gotten us a Super Bowl? Brains have Chandler/Ryan. Oh. And I kind of feel where Mike is going on with this one because I don't think we have much to say. Do you want to make? I think we want to switch it up just a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. So
we're gonna switch it up just a tad bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what y'all are going to do? The link is already in the stream. So we want to get your ideologies on this talking point. This is y'all show tonight. So we're going to see what people, like I said, but Mike, I'm curious. I'm kind of curious on this. God damn. What was going on in that crazy ass brain of yours to come up with this scenario? Because I know look, we switching it up too because for some reason we get this reputation of we don't know football because we want Matt Ryan here, some shit like that. So I want to see. And like I said, Yeezy, I know you ain't here. Hold on, but I want to see if there's people that want to get rid of Matt. I want them to come on first.
Absolutely.
I want them to come on first because I'm ready to hear this.
Like, please, like we really want to hear this.
Because while we waiting on no, and like I said, Yeezy, we see you in the back. Hold on, right quick. God damn it, we try and see if we can get some guys, some folks that's with the shits to come on here. But while we waiting on that, why do you think that it comes down to this? And why do you like the $10 super chat Todrick said about excitement with Vic? Why do you think it really comes down to more so of just getting rid of him even though you have a whole lot of problems. What do you think? Where do you think the basis of this comes from?
If I were the WWE production producer, you know what music I would be queuing right now?
Right.
Money. I'll be queuing that Shane McMahon. I'll be queuing that Shane McMahon right there. Why am I saying that? Is because I think that's the biggest issue. That's the biggest thing. The media wants money. I don't think it has anything to do with the game anymore. They don't care about the quality of the game. They don't care if the quarterback is actually good at throwing the ball. They don't care about any of that. As long as they can put up 500 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 100 yards rushing, it's good for them, not only for the highlights, but it's great for them and the fantasy football, because a lot of people, like, you can actually bet. It's legal to bet. You pay taxes on betting now with these fantasy football games. So it all comes down to money.
So if it came down to money, hold on. I'm trying to word this right.
Oh, I got you. I know this took a lot of people off. About this topic took a lot of people off.
No, because I was about to say is if you look at the contract that he signed, the extension he got in 2018, right? Across the board, it was supposed to be a $30 million deal, 30 a year and stuff like that. There was some interesting signings that happened within that time that kind of caused him to restructure his deal to make room. So are you saying that they're putting the blame on the money that he's getting to the wrong person?
As far as the just as far as like the media, just like the fans' perspective of that.
Because I kind of feel like a lot of people don't really know how a restructure works. The thing, like you said, I think that because when you think about the restructures that he had, they did on his contract, it literally opened up money for Julio to get paid. It opened up money for Dion to get paid, and it opened up Grady to get paid. Well, but within this little time frame, do y'all remember the $60 million, 300 pounds of pudding that got signed that did absolutely nothing? Do we remember Desmond Trufant getting his dollar bills and then getting cut 2 years later?
The $40 million man that got hurt.
Robert Alford.
He got the other one.
Devontae Freeman.
Yep, the $40 million man that got hurt right after he signed it.
So what you're saying is you had a whole bunch of bad deals before he restructured his deal. And that was where Julio had his issues with the lack of money he was getting. So what you're telling me is if we didn't have those bad contracts, maybe Matt Ryan wouldn't be making the money he's making. He'd probably still be in the same structural thing that he's in. So so like I said, so basically, instead of blaming Matt Ryan, you blame Smithers. You blame the people up top. That's what it sounds like you saying to me.
Mm-hmm. We're seeing that with Aaron Rodgers now.
You know what? I've never thought about that before.
We're seeing exactly that with Aaron Rodgers. Everything you just said, we're seeing that with Aaron Rodgers.
You know, I never thought about that before. Even though we've said this about 375 times, I've never thought about this before.
Mm-hmm.
So, might well go ahead and hold on. Before we get easy, let me hit this comment right here by No. He said, maybe if Joe Flacco doesn't have that large extension in 2013, I'm gonna tell y'all something. It wasn't the Joe Flacco QB market that did. It was the Jimmy Garoppolo deal that did it. That's the one that hyped up the market.
I'll take a shit a hand, as my boy Chauncey always say. You can think that's what he call him. He can't stand Kyle. He always call him Kyle, take a shit a hand. That's what he calls him. So but yeah, because of that deal, we had it was Jimmy Garoppolo, and then if I'm not mistaken,
it was Matt Ryan after Jimmy Garoppolo. It was Kirk Cousins after that.
It was Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford got healed before Matt Ryan, I believe, and then Jimmy G got 25, and I think Matt Stafford got 27. Somebody who you just said? You just said somebody.
Garoppolo got 29.
He got 29,
and then Matt got up to 30.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so if a lot of y'all that's watching this show, if y'all know some people that have any ways of moving Matt Ryan and ideas, you let them know.
I want to know.
We gotta know. We have to know. And you know what, Mike? To further put the idea on there. You said you got that picture you want to put up there, right?
Ooh, go put that picture. Get in there early, huh?
Go and put that picture up there. Let's move that picture. The top 40 quarterbacks going into the 2022 offseason.
You read this right now. Read this right. Going at the top 2022 offseason. All right, top
2022. That means going into this upcoming season. Y'all see the list. You got Patrick Mahomes at 1. You got Josh Allen 2. You got Aaron Rodgers 3. Russell Wilson 4. Justin Herbert 5. Deshaun Watson 6.
Man, we don't even know he's gonna be free, man. Come on. That man probably gonna be bathing other men in. Oh, never mind.
Nah, don't go that. No, we ain't gonna do that. We not gonna do that. No.
See, I got a little bit of discipline. I didn't go. I didn't do it. I stopped myself. Okay.
It's like you got Joe Burrow at 7. You got Kyler Murray at 8. You got Matthew Stafford at 9. You got Derek Carr at 10. So that's your top 10 right there.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go into the 11 through 20s. You got Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson, Jimmy Garoppolo, Carson Wentz, Ryan Tannehill, Trevor Lawrence, Matt Jones, Teddy Bridgewater, and then Matt Ryan. There's all kinds of 11 through 20 has all kinds of jokes in it.
Jameis Winston should not be that low on the list. That's just ridiculous to have him that low on the list. it's disrespectful for him to be in the 33rd. I can't. You can literally say 32 other quarterbacks are better than Jameis Winston. I'm not even the biggest fan. That's complete hogwash, bro.
But I think, man, I think this. I think this. I think the Booty Talk 12 damn crew made this list, bro. This shit is ridiculous.
Mitch Trubisky better than Jameis Winston? Man, what? Davis Mills, Tyrod Taylor, Turner Heineke, Trey Lance ain't even started the game yet.
They got all three quarterbacks from the Panthers, 37, 38, and 39. They got Cam Newton.
You know, I didn't even catch that. Yo, yeah, this I saw. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is whack, bro. Wow.
Lord have mercy, boy. Yeah, this might be. I don't know. Well, I want like I said. I want to say that the first one that shocked the hell out of me was Deshaun Watson. That motherfucker didn't even play last year.
He didn't.
What the hell? And Jimmy Garoppolo is getting shipped because the 49ers don't want him.
Mm-hmm.
Dak Prescott just got them fans cutting his ass a whole new one because they saying he can't win with the squad he got.
Nobody knows what Jared Goff is.
Let me ask you a question. Is this an actual accurate list or is this a jersey sale list? Because people are asking if this is a jersey sale. Because ain't no way in hell that can't be right. Even if it's jersey sales, Ryan Tannehill, it don't make no damn sense anyway.
Ain't nobody buy no PJ Walker, no Sam Darnold.
Can you imagine?
Ain't no Mr. Trubisky.
They got Trevor Siemian as 40, bro. Who the fuck?
Oh my gosh, that dude can barely do anything against us.
Is that okay? Oh my goodness, boy! All right, let's bring him on. Yeezy, what's up, man?
What's up?
Oh, not much, man. How you doing today?
I'm fine. I'm doing well. How about y'all?
After looking at that list, I damn sure gonna need to get a swig of some clear over here or something. Boy, that list was kind of bad.
This list look like a celebrity contest list. For real though,
bruh. I don't know what that was, but I would say what you got on the topic.
Okay, I saw like the topic is get rid of my wine, right?
Right.
Uh-huh.
If I was the GM, the only way I'm getting rid of my wine is trade them to like a team like Denver or Washington, and that team gonna have to give me one of their best player on defense, and then the first round pick. That's the only way.
So you say getting something out of it, getting something out the deal.
That's like Washington. I'm trading Matt Ryan for like Jonathan Allen or Dewan Payne, and the first round. Now I'm giving you Matt Ryan because I feel like Washington is only one quarterback away from like making a playoff run. They got a good defense. They got a good offensive line. They got weapon. They only need a quarterback.
Hey, that is true, man. That's true.
I mean, same for Denver, man.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know, we do have a Discord, and I was seeing something going around about Daniel Jones, old format Ryan type of thing. So I think this is kind of what inspired tonight's topic. Dude, like, and here's the thing too. And me, Mike, and the homie LT actually talked about this post show last night. I wonder if anybody remember the Brock Osweiler deal. From what was it, from Houston to Cleveland. I'm gonna ask anybody. Do y'all remember the Brock Osweiler trade from
Yeah,
Houston?
I remember that 2017 offseason.
Mm-hmm.
About March 2017. I remember that.
They had, and how the Houston Texans had to give up I think it was their second round. I think they had to give up a 2nd and a 4th round pick to Cleveland just so to get Cleveland to take that contract.
Mm-hmm. What the hell were they even thinking giving him that contract to begin with?
They needed a quarterback badly, and they were desperate.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but I don't think Brock Osweiler was even the starter for the main part of the season, though.
Right, he wasn't.
It wasn't. And that was like, oh, what's his name? They do that out of Notre Dame, Deshaun Kaiser.
I already know who this is. Oh God!
What you laughing at?
Go ahead, man. What's up?
What's up with y'all, man?
What's up?
Route 96 and Stevie B. I like, oh Lord, man, what's going on?
Oh my goodness.
Can you put up that quarterback list again, man? Please.
Oh my
Put it back
God.
up. Put it back up.
So I actually agree with Mike that it's very disrespectful to Jameis Winston off the simple fact that the Saints were literally 5-2 with Jameis Winston playing.
Right.
And how in the hell, after let me repeat this again. Ryan Tannehill threw a pick on the first play of the game. The last play before the first play in the second half and the last play of the game. How in the hell is that man above Matt Ryan? Then we go to Jimmy Garoppolo, bro. How is like I don't like it's actually funny.
He can't stay on his feet. He on the ground more than them.
Like, bro, the list is so bad. It's actually funny, bro.
Is that's what I'm doing? That's why I'm doing nothing but, bro. They got Tyler Heineke. They got Mitchell Trubisky over Jameis Winston. Mitchell Trubisky was holding the clipboard last year,
Bruh.
And then my thing is, Carson Wentz, he's not terrible, but he's not better than Matt Ryan. That man had a better team than we had this year. Mac Jones, he had a good year, but I'm not putting no QB that's only been playing in the league for 1 or 2 years above a veteran. And then Teddy Bridgewater, are we serious? The guy that got bitch that got bitch for Drew Lock? Are we serious?
Look at 17. 17. Look,
and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna put a rookie or a sophomore quarterback over a quarterback that's been playing the league for 3 or more years. I'm just not doing that.
Matt Ryan played Trevor Lawrence too on top of that. So like I said, it's goofy, man.
It's bullshit. I don't even know why you guys are taking this list serious.
We're not.
Now, as far as Kirk Cousins and Derek Carr, and Lamar Jackson, I don't believe that they're better quarterbacks than Matt Ryan, but I feel like they get disrespected a lot like Matt Ryan. So I have a problem with that, but I don't have as much of a problem with them other quarterbacks. And how the hell you gonna put Justin Herbert over? He's only been in the league for 2 years, and really Joe Burrow only played 1 season. How?
All right, guys, let's not cry about this list. We already know it's crying.
No, we ain't crying about it. We speaking the facts and the truth. It ain't crying about it like
this is just the list is trash.
The list is
basically. I'm gonna put it in Mike words. Whoever made that list did full base today.
All kinds of base. That was base laced with more base, laced with crack, laced with shit. All that. They was based head with COVID laced crack. That's what that was.
And Kyler Murray, man.
Hey, look.
Man, he ain't but 5'2". Oh, he gotta throw he gotta go to the sideline and throw the damn ball.
Hey.
Now I'm gonna tell you what's funny though. When Mike posted that video of Kyler Murray, he said, "I'm gonna be honest with you. You play like ass, bro. You play like straight ass."
What's up, bro?
Hey, look. Hey, look. Cause I'm about to say we're not taking this list too serious. It's just funny. It's trending.
Actually, I got an idea. I got an idea. Just like how Mike came with an idea, I got an idea. How would y'all rank 1 through 20? Everybody in the comment section, everybody on this panel, how would you rank 1 through 20?
They'll probably have Lamar Jackson on there about 4 times.
No, if they ask, it'll be Lamar Jackson, Justin
Fields,
Trey Lance.
Oh, Justin Fields ain't he ain't go, man. Not this season he had. Hell no.
Look, I was about to say, even if the top 10, like I said, even the top 10.
This about to be interesting. Go ahead, KStylzz.
Look, even if you got the top 10 right, ain't no way in hell I'm putting Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins, Carson Wentz, Ryan Tannehill, Trevor Lawrence, Matt Jones, and Teddy Bridgewater over Matt Ryan. I don't give a damn about that. If you put him in the 11, it wouldn't be too bad. I mean, we still think he's higher than that, but it gets be justifiable. But
I just
mean, the only thing I'm struggling with is
look at his face.
LT. The only thing that I'm struggling with is, do you put Aaron Rodgers at 1 because he's coming off of back-to-back MVP seasons, or do you put Mahomes ahead of him based off of how Aaron Rodgers sold in the playoffs?
There is no prerequisite on how this looks like a popularity list, to be honest with you.
And that's what I'm saying. Like
all right, excuse my language. How everybody doing? Fuck all that. Put that list back up here. Put that damn list back up. What in the blue fuck?
Hold on. We did it wrong, bro. You gotta be like, you gotta come in. We gotta be like, hold on, take the list off. You gotta come in like this. Take the list off.
Wow, oh my goodness.
I'm the world's strongest man. Hey.
Yeah, boy,
baby. I want to give it all to you.
Right now, this list is the end of the Hall of Fame.
Hold on. We can say that. Somebody about to get their ass whipped. Somebody about to get their ass whipped. Beat them up,
bruh. Are you serious right now? What is this fucking list? Teddy Bridgewater? Are we serious right now? Teddy the man can't even keep a damn starting job. He getting traded from here to Timbuktu, and you telling me you got him in front of Matt Ryan? Really? Even going with Matt Jones, hey, I'm not knocking the young man. He had a phenomenal season, but clearly we all know that we also know that New England has a good coaching staff. They always had decent coaching staffs in New England, which is why they got 6 rings up there. Now we're gonna move to Trevor Lawrence. He's a rookie. I don't see this man. He has absolutely no reason to be on this list at top dog. I mean, ahead of Matt Ryan. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, he had a phenomenal rookie season, but no, I just no. Ryan Tannehill. Y'all told me that he was an upgrade over Matt Ryan, but this man went out here and proceeded to throw 3 fucking picks in a damn playoff game. 3. Then you got Jimmy Garoppolo. The man came and scored an offensive touchdown in Green Bay. Eat a dick. Lamar Jackson, are you serious? I'm sorry, y'all. It might be like this. I mean, I understand this might be, but it's common sense. You got these guys in front. Lamar Jackson, really? He threw 15 touchdowns this year. Well, he got hurt. I don't give a good goddamn. Excuse my language. But
Wait,
I mean,
he only threw 15?
It was
maybe, I don't know.
Hold on, let me see. Because I know he was hurt for a few games. Hold on, let me look.
I mean, he was hurt for a few games, but how many, just check for me and see how many touchdowns he threw.
Let me see.
Moving on to Dak. Dak Prescott, are we serious? Really? Really? You got Zeke in your backfield, Amari Cooper, CD Lamb, Michael Gallup, like even y'all tight end decent. Like, come on, bro.
Oh, LT wasn't far off. It was 16 touchdowns.
Get off my line. Get off my fucking line. Paying through 16 touchdowns in a year, and with a better team than the Falcons, and Matt still managed to get 20 without his top two receivers.
Arguably
And
the
rely
best
on the rookie
tight end in
end.
the game. On top of it, he's arguably the best tight end in the game, Andrews, and you only threw 16 touchdowns.
He's definitely top 3. It's him, Kittle, and now Kelsey. Then you got Captain Kirk. Are you serious? Captain fucking Kirk. You got him at 11.
That man ain't won a meaningful game yet.
He beat the Saints in the playoffs a couple years ago. But I mean, they got a defense.
That was Case Keenum that beat them.
No, that was him too.
No, that
He beat them.
Keenum had a miracle throw, and Kirk Cousins had that TD to Kyle Rudolph.
You talking about the second game? I was thinking of the first.
Yeah. The boys got bounced out the playoffs.
So then you got Derek Carr. I'm sorry, you got Derek Vehicle. I like Derek Vehicle. He's nice. I don't think kids are good. You know, I'm a heavy Chevy person. I mean, Dodge Rams are pretty good, but at the end of the day, man, he ain't better than Matt Ryan. Like, come on, dog. Are we serious? Matt Stafford, the dude threw 2 picks in the damn Super Bowl. Like, if it wasn't for you having a defensive line or a defense that can actually make some genuine stops, like you would have lost that damn game.
I got a question though. I got a question about this list, and we talking shit about this. They got PJ Walker over Cam Newton. Falcon fans. Falcon fans. Some of y'all might be wanting to debate this list because they got.
Hold on. They got PJ Walker over Cam Newton, but some folks on suicide watch right now.
Notice how all the Carolina QBs are near the bottom of the list.
I was just about to say that.
All the Carolina damn quarterbacks all bunched in together,
right beside each other.
Exactly. Bro, they got Mitchell Trubisky 30, and Mitchell Trubisky held a clipboard for Josh Allen. That's hilarious.
And they got him over. How you got him 3 spots ahead of Jameis Winston? These Winston was playing.
Marcus Mariota
was playing.
They got Marcus Mariota on there, bro. Yeah, this is disrespectful.
All right, get this list off.
I mean, hold on. Kyler Murray. Come on, bro. Joe Burrow. I mean, he had a good year or whatnot, but I mean, hell, we got to see how that goes. Like I tell people all the time, you have to be consistent in this league before we start throwing you top 5, top 10, and whatnot. Deshaun Watson, the boy ain't played not one fucking down this year. I don't want to hear that. Justin Herbert, I mean, you can say he top 5. I mean, the man played. He been phenomenal for the last couple seasons, but
he only played 2 seasons. Come on.
I mean, he only played 2 seasons. I mean, he played 2 seasons, but like you said, he got to keep it up. Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Russell Wilson. I guess you could give Russ credit, but hell, he ain't been doing shit. Like people like to talk about how bad the Falcons been, but I mean, look at the damn Seahawks. They ain't been doing shit, but y'all don't kill Russ for them piss poor ass picks he be throwing. Mother getting sacked, and the next thing you know, he just tossed the ball in there and get intercepted. But y'all don't say nothing about that. Rodgers, I mean, it's Rodgers, but hell, I say this is both fraudulent not because you can't win the damn playoffs no damn more. Like, I mean, what the hell? And then Josh Allen, that boy is basically a damn running back. What are we doing? And Mahomes, I let Mahomes slide because it's Mahomes, and he been doing it for about 4-5 years. So good. But I mean, this list is ass.
So you saying Josh Allen is the white Lamar Jackson, basically?
Yeah. Maybe with better arm talent.
Okay, guys, let's not cry about the list. We already know it's bullshit. Let's go back to reality now. People
No, I
will
want to talk about the list, though. I want to talk about the list. I've
Hey,
been
gotta
waiting.
let
Go
Malik
ahead, go ahead.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
Okay, so first of all, how y'all doing this Friday
We
night? How
good.
y'all doing?
Oh, we good, man. What you got for
I'm
us?
waiting
We
for the beat on
good.
this damn
Man,
show.
I'm trying to figure out how 4'11" Kyler Murray is a top 10 quarterback
Wow, that man
when
gave
when
me.
you could see, look, it's almost like I can hardly see a play that they run where he's under center. He's like 10 yards behind the center, and then every time they're in shotgun, the ball snaps and he's bootlegging to the left or right to see the whole field. Like, that is just crazy to me.
Oh,
Let me tell you
And
something about Kyler
hey,
Murray.
hey.
Kyler Murray runs like that 3-year-old you be chasing across the grocery store.
no, and then I look at Mac Jones at 18. And I think about that Bills game that they won. I believe it was in Buffalo when Josh Allen had that bad
Yeah,
game. They only threw the ball, if I remember correctly, 3 times.
yeah.
And the Patriots go out of their way to not give him the ball. Like, they would rather run the ball 50 times than to let Mac Jones throw it twice in a single game. I look at Dak Prescott. He is 30. The Cowboys are 30-0 in games where they run the ball more than pass. Yet for some reason, you still want him passing the ball more than rushing attempts. But that's none of my business. Jimmy Garoppolo, or as Stephen A. Smith will call him, porn star Jimmy. I've never seen a quarterback play so badly and they still end up winning games despite his interceptions that he throws late in the game.
He's either tripping up or he's falling on the ground. He
Like,
can't stay on
he
his
would-
damn feet.
Like, he would play bad. No, it's very ironic because, like, I know for a lot of Tom Brady's playoff wins, he would play bad. The defense will carry him, and then it's like, oh, look at what Tom Brady did. They do the exact same thing, if not worse, with Jimmy Garoppolo. It's like, Jimmy G, he's a winner. That's all that matters. Like, no. No, like put him on the Giants or something. We'll see how good of a winner he is. And I don't know what to feel about Deshaun Watson. I don't know if he's even going to be in the NFL. So I don't really understand why we entertain him being a quarterback at this point, since he technically isn't a quarterback right now. So I don't know why he's even on the list.
Where was Daniel Jones on the list?
And the last note is Jameis Winston just got shit on in this list. Like that the disrespect that they gave Jameis. I know Jameis Winston is, at least, if anything, he'll be right under Baker Mayfield if we're going to do him justice. Like, I don't think
Baker Mayfield ass.
Hell no, I'm taking
He's
Jameis
at
Winston
peace.
over Baker Mayfield any day.
Because then it's like, you look at it, it's like, wait, but then they got Daniel Jones over Baker Mayfield. Then they got Teddy Bridgewater over Matt Ryan. This list sucks. Like, Carson Wentz,
You
he's a
wouldn't take
choker.
Daniel
Ryan
Jones over Baker
Tannehill.
Mayfield?
You said what?
I said you wouldn't take Daniel Jones over Baker Mayfield.
I don't know. Like, I don't really like either of them. Like, I really don't like.
I think Daniel Jones I think Daniel Jones could actually be good, but the Giants organization as of recent years has just been bad.
Because the thing I don't like about Baker Mayfield is he gets injured, and they have a backup plan. No pun intended. They have a backup plan with Case Keenum. They win a game. He goes in there already with a jacked up shoulder. It's like, oh, I was trying to put on for my team. Like, no, you were being selfish. You're trying to be a hero just to get your contract. And so if you win, that can help you with the bags. Like, oh, look at what Baker did with one arm. Yay. But no, you sucked. You stunk up the joint, and your team missed the playoffs because you didn't want to sit down and heal your injury.
I take Taysom Hill before I take Baker Mayfield. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Oh, I take Taysom Hill.
I don't know about that case. I don't know about that one. I'm taking midfield all day. Midfield. I ain't gonna lie. Over Taysom.
He can check the damn ball down too. That's all he does is check the damn ball down. He ain't doing nothing else.
Mike, we seen against the Bucks, bro, How many times do I gotta bring this up? With Taysom Hill at quarterback, they put up 0 offensive touchdowns and still beat the Buccaneers. At least
Bruh.
Baker Mayfield can put up a touchdown.
You only need Taysom Hill when you're playing the Falcons. That's the only reason you need Taysom Hill.
At least he will throw the ball downfield instead of checking the ball down 15, 20 times a game. That's Baker Mayfield. All he does is check the ball down, and that's why Odell wanted out. He's ass.
I know. That's why I nicknamed him midfield. But I'm taking him over Taysom Hill. Hell no. No sir.
I can get more out of Taysom than I can get out of Baker. You ain't getting.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? That ass with a straight face, you can get more out of Taysom than Baker.
I know I'm gonna get more. You would get more out of Taysom Hill than you would get out of Baker. Baker Mayfield, you look at his entire game, all he does is check the damn ball down. That's really it.
Baker Mayfield only plays good when people talk shit about him. If nobody put good words in it here, he plays like absolute dog shit. That's why he got so many. That man was so bad.
He was so bad. He had people thinking Odell was trash. I'm like, nah, that dude Baker, he be baking them turnovers over there. That's Baker Mayfield for you.
Why y'all think the other wide receiver like him so much? I forget his name. Odell buddy. Why you think
Jarvis Landry?
All he doing is checking down the Landry. That's all he do the whole game. He just checking down the Landry.
I got a question. So
before you ask that, let me ask you one question. What Austin Hooper doing right now?
Oh, Austin Hooper, his numbers drastically went down.
Who his quarterback is?
It's Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
Excuse me, I meant midfield. My bad. But my question is, why ain't nobody talking about? And I'm a Georgia fan. I appreciate and I like Stafford. Why ain't nobody talking about how him throwing the ball behind Odell led to Odell tearing his ACL?
Oh man, Matthew Stafford.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something about that. Like Matt Stafford wins a Super Bowl and all of a sudden he's a Hall of Famer. I thought you were going to say something about
that. That interception that boy threw, that first interception he threw in that game, it was just like, fuck it, Megatron down there somewhere. That boy threw the last 5 years.
Man, he thought he had Megatron to catch that jump, man.
That motherfucker thought it was Megatron. That motherfucker ended up being Trent Holiday and shit.
He tried to hit the crossbar.
This man Odell can't catch a break. He played with Baker Mayfield midfield, and he can't get the ball when he open. And then when he do get the ball, Matthew Stafford throws it behind him, and he tears his ACL on the same leg.
Yeah.
And here's the messed up part about that too, Odell in Cleveland. We all know how good that offensive line and that running game is. So you would think when people worrying about Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, it will open up more for Odell. And like you said, Odell will be open on like a simple out route. This dude would throw the ball like it's a go route. So he's throwing the ball right when Odell's going left, and then it's looking like Odell just flipping and sliding like a water park or something. They're like, it's Odell's fault. If Odell would have just caught the ball, like the ball was all the way at the crossbar at the field goal thing. Like how is he gonna catch that?
This man when they played Minnesota threw the ball at Odell's foot when he was wide open on the go route, bro. At his foot, man.
You know who I gotta blame for all the Baker love? You know who I gotta blame, right?
Oh my God.
I wish I had a picture of him right now.
Basehead Bayless. That's who that is. You better blame him for the Baker love. Basehead Bayless.
He called him the Drew Brees. He was the new age Drew Brees.
He said he's Brady-esque. He had the greatest 11-game stretch in NFL.
You know one thing.
What's up?
You know one thing now, these days, like the player doesn't have to be good. They just got to be popular. That's the thing with the list, basically.
Right.
Yeah. Because I mean that's true. Because like Chris has more jerseys. He sold more jerseys than Matt Ryan. So I mean, if Kyle
Really?
Pitts was a quarterback, he'd be top
When
10.
Teddy Bridgewater became popular?
I don't know. Like he wasn't even popular in Madden. Like when he was in the Vikings.
Hold on. When
guess
did
it's
Derek
logo.
Carr become popular?
I don't know. Shit.
I think
Most
what
of the-
happened was he got popular because like once John Gruden pretty much showed his ass, it was like, oh, look how dirty he did Derek Carr. Oh my God, he's such a good quarterback, and they just did him wrong. Oh, that's really what happened.
I mean, I got to give credit to Derek Carr, even though, like, with all the things that the Raiders got going on throughout the season, he still managed to get his team in the playoff. I mean,
Yeah.
I really think that
Yeah.
Derek Carr is a good
But-
quarterback, but
yeah.
he is underrated, though. Don't get me wrong, he a good quarterback, though.
Mhm. Oh no, he good. He's a good quarterback.
Yeah,
man,
he's a
but-
franchise quarterback at least.
But we getting back on Baker progressive
Commercial?
base
But
head
you know what's so
Has live
crazy,
sport.
KStylzz? Antonio Brown was actually right about John Gruden, as crazy as it sounds.
Yeah, which is crazy. Yeah, that's right.
What you mean?
Cause
He
he
was
was
right?
the one that he was the one that kind of called John Gruden out about his the way he is as far as being anti-Semitic and all that stuff. He's the first
I
one
don't
to
think
call.
I don't think John Gooden is like that, man.
Man, please.
He's not.
Get the hell out of here.
Get
I mean, even if he was, I mean, is it really going to stop him from getting a job somewhere? I mean, like,
Yeah, hey, once you say something about that coalition, hey,
oh
hey,
yeah,
boy,
yeah.
hey, listen,
right?
you notice when he said something about race, it wasn't a problem, but boy, once he mentioned that coalition, but hey, that's when
Oh,
Stephen
boy.
A. Smith said you had to go.
Oh, the what we call it, the sisterhood, so the sisterhood sorority. Yeah, you mess with them, it's a wrap.
You mean the Sisterhood of Traveling Pants?
Nowadays, that's a hate crime.
Yeah, a federal hate crime at that. But
So,
Go
Antonio Brown is right. You say Antonio Brown is right for calling John Gooden out. That's what
No.
you're telling me right now.
No.
he said no. He called it out, and it ended up becoming true. That's what
I
I'm
said
saying.
he ended up being right, which is crazy.
Man, Antonio Brown calling everybody out. What you mean?
Hell, he the one that called Tom Brady. I said Tom Brady can't do it by him damn self. We know that's a fact.
Oh, we know that. Like,
Hey, and he called out Juju Smith-Schuster. Remember, he was dancing on them logos when he played the Bengals. Got his helmet took off.
Right.
Hold on, let me, because you mentioned Brady. I looked at a video today of they did a video about the greatest teammates that he's had, bruh. The amount of Hall of Famers that this man played with, or future
Yeah.
Hall of Famers this man played with,
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous.
And
But it's all Brady.
don't forget, they're playing in a trash ass division for like
oh yeah,
20 years with no franchise quarterback. Trash ass division, no franchise quarterback, no playoff team, and that the same division for 20 years.
I wish we could have saw JP Lawson for two games.
Hey,
Well,
look,
I
you,
hope he get an opportunity this season.
Hey,
Peterman,
hey.
what the name? The other quarterback for the Bills, Nathan Peterman.
no, because imagine.
McElroy, you talk about McElroy for the Jets. Remember McElroy?
Because imagine if we had in the NFC South for the last 13 years, it was Matt Ryan and 3 Trevor Simeons. We had Matt Ryan, Drew Brees, and Cam Newton and Jameis Winston in the same division. 2 MVPs. Then we had Pro Bowlers, and like that was a tough division. Meanwhile,
Tom
Brady
Brady.
got ball boys in his division.
Bro, the first time he faced a franchise quarter, and when I'm talking about a legit franchise quarter, he's only faced really 3 of them. That was Chad. Well, Chad Pennington not really franchise, but he good enough. Well, no, the only franchise quarterback he faced is Josh Allen. If you think about it,
No.
And he really wasn't even franchised like that when he got there. Just like Buffalo
Exactly.
defense was able to hold his ass and shit.
exactly.
That It
So,
probably,
guys, as soon as
listen though, it probably felt good to be playing against Jay Fiedler twice a year. I'm
you
just
saw
saying.
Josh Allen, his ass get out of there.
Exactly. Like I said, hold on. Let's name. Let's see. Let's name. Okay, we got Vince Wilfork. We got Richard Seymour.
Tyler,
Tyler, Teddy Bruschi, Otis
Asante,
Smith.
Samuel Asante,
So I tell
yeah,
Mhm.
Wadney Harrison,
All right, Ty Warren,
David McCurdy, Bruschi, McGuinness.
mhm. Matt Light, Corey
I'm tired of
Dillon.
damn name. I'm tired of hearing y'all name the motherfuckers. How many damn people you name?
Logan Mankins.
Logan Mankins. Let's see. Hell, you can throw Randy Moss in there for 1 year.
Several years.
I mean, Dante Hightower was like was one of the best linebackers in this league before he got hurt.
Mayo too.
Right.
Look at this list, y'all. Look at this list of quarterbacks.
EJ Manuel. I think that's
Tyrod
Tyrod Taylor, Mark Sanchez, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Kyle Orton.
That's
So you
the
had
list of these
EJ trash, Tyrod trash, Sanchez trash. You got Fitzpatrick, Fitz tragic, Fitz pick sticks, whichever you want to call them. They was all bad. Kyle Orton, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Kyle
he
Orton.
was. Yeah. Oh God, he was.
Don't forget AJ Feely.
AJ Feely.
Jay Fiedler.
Don't forget Tim Tebow. Don't forget Michael Vick.
Past his prime, Brett Favre.
Oh, Mike Vick. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was on the Jets. Right,
Mark Sanchez.
It's like 09 never happened though. Nobody ever brings up Brett Favre playing for the Jets.
Exactly. I think after them phone calls, I think everybody was like, let's just wipe that out of memory.
But that boy Brett Favre seen the meat meal before he got popular on social media.
See, I think like everybody forget like the small detail in that. It's not like he just play against trash quarterback. He play in trash division, trash quarterback, and no playoff team.
I can tell Brett Favre inspired you the way you was doing them fleets.
Everything worked out well for them.
Not on the show, man. Not on the show.
Exactly. Oh God, Dante Culpepper. I forgot about that one.
Mm-hmm.
Dante Culpepper, Geno Smith.
Not get your roll on.
Everybody get your roll on. Everybody get your roll on. They rolled his ass up out of Miami after 1 year.
Him and Nick Saban ass.
Pat White.
Bro, that man said Pat White. I'm leaving. I'm
leaving. Man. That's not fair, man. He didn't even get enough time to really play. I can't put him on this.
Well, at this point, you might well throw Brad Smith in there since he played quarterback.
Exactly.
Yeah, he didn't even get.
But
man.
Bro, that the QB play in that division was just absolutely suck.
He played Ryan Tannehill too.
Trash.
Oh yeah, Ryan Tannehill. Yeah, Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, he played Ryan Tannehill.
Mark Sanchez.
But the moment he played Patrick Mahomes, they got like this lucky penalty at the end of regulation, and Mahomes didn't even get the ball back.
Hey, don't forget.
All I'm saying is,
don't forget Matt Moore.
Oh God! Wow.
The AFC overall was not that great. It just wasn't.
Yeah, because
not a quarterback.
It was the
same. Hold on, because you had Big Ben, like, and I'm talking about, and I'm just looking at like like Brady New England years. You had Big Ben, you had Peyton, Phillip Rivers. Rivers.
It was the same three teams going to the damn AFC Championship game every year.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Yeah, that is you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
It was the same.
It like, bro, for a good stretch, Those they were the only QBs in the AFC that were playing the Super Bowl. If it wasn't Brady, it was Peyton. If it wasn't Peyton, it was Big Ben. That was it.
Exactly.
Some people gonna say Joe Flacco was one of them elite QBs too, but
Oh hell no.
Oh hell
Oh
no.
hell no. No, it's funny you say that because it reminds me of that time when Coach Smith said that Matt Ryan is criminally underrated, and I think it was Good Morning Football the very next morning, and they were talking about Matt Ryan was not as good as Joe Flacco. I was like, are you serious?
The only person with sense was damn Sean O'Hara, and he actually is a former football player.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, he's not like the upper echelon of quarterbacks like Joe Flacco. I was like, when was Joe Flacco ever upper echelon? Like when?
Flacco never passed for over 4,000 yards in the season ever.
Let's look it up, shall we?
Because I don't understand that. Like they make wins strictly a quarterback stat, but they also don't look at the stats
Might
either.
be like, this is bullshit.
It's like, oh, Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl. So?
Trent Dilfer did too.
Hell, Jimmy Garoppolo was up 10 in the Super Bowl against Kansas City. Like, just think about that. Jimmy Garoppolo was so bad that his team was actually up 10 in the Super Bowl.
that's on Kyle Shanahan too now.
All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, the throw Flacco, I mean, I've been telling people for the longest, and people don't understand this, or people either forgot this or don't want to remember this. But folks don't understand that in that 2008 draft, the Ravens GM at the time, Ozzie Newsome, was literally trying to get the second pick to draft Matt Ryan. His original pick was Matt. He was trying to trade with the Rams to get Matt, but the Rams wouldn't come off that second pick. So they just stayed where they was at and got Flacco.
Well, I learned something new today.
Because the question I have is, let's go to that Super Bowl, the Falcons Patriots Super Bowl. I believe it was third down, and Matt Ryan throws the ball toward the sideline for Julio to make, in my opinion, the greatest catch in Super Bowl history. It just doesn't get talked about as much as it should because it was still a loss at the end of the day. Do you think that Joe Flacco makes that throw? Mind you, it was on the run, and given where the ball ultimately was at the point of the catch, do you think Joe Flacco makes that throw?
No, I'm gonna tell you why he don't. Even Troy Aikman was stuttering and asking. He don't understand how Matt got that ball to fit in there. And we talking about a dude that's a commentator who is a Hall of Famer, who is a 3-time Super Bowl champion. Even he was stuttering, saying he don't know how Matt got that ball in there. And I'm here to tell you, the thing about what makes that play so amazing, not only that the pocket collapsed when he caught the ball from the snap, he immediately broke contain and he throws a dime on the run. An inch higher, it's incomplete. Incompletion is incomplete. If it's an inch lower, it's an interception.
Wait. I need you to say one thing. The last thing that you just said. Coming out of the pocket, Matt Ryan did what?
Threw the ball on the run.
Matt Vick.
He broke contain.
Oh, he broke contain.
Mm-hmm. Broke contain, threw the ball on a dime on the run. Not even mobile quarterbacks can make that throw. That's a damn near impossible throw.
Because what people don't understand is even when you're on the run,
that is damn near impossible, especially for a mobile quarterback to throw that type of pass on the run.
Is when you look at it in slow motion, it's like, imagine on the run still having enough body control to still get the right kind of mechanics on the ball in order to make that throw. Because it wasn't one of those, just throw it up 50 feet and then Megatron's going to get it. Like you said, throws it an inch higher, that's an incomplete. And an inch lower, that's an interception. And we're talking about a completely different situation. It was a perfect pass to where he could still catch it, even with that content.
I've seen that play so many times. Like, don't get wrong, I would never not say it's not a phenomenal catch, but I started putting more on Matt's precision than Julio catching it. Yes, Julio caught a damn good ball, but at the end of the day, like, I tell anybody, you try throwing this. I think if I'm not mistaken, that ball traveled what like 25 yards every time.
Something like that.
But try to throw that 25 yards on the pass like that on a dime on the sideline. Like that is practically impossible.
Hey, I'm about to say I disagree with y'all. I said Joe Flacco makes that throw. He gonna hit the kid that's sitting in the front row.
So it won't even be an interception. It'll be like an unnecessary roughness or something.
But I mean, let's be real though.
Listen, let's
be real though. This Matt Ryan we talking about, this the same quarterback that juked Mario Davis. Y'all gonna stop playing with Matty Ice like this, man.
No, Matt Ryan.
Like that. Not once, but twice.
Okay,
this is the same Matt Ryan that got a flag for trash talking because ain't nobody see him do that before. I was like, oh no, we can't have that. We got flag.
But that goes to show you how much people pay attention to Matt, because Matt always trash talk. People don't understand that. Matt always trash talking and cussing folks out. He been doing it his whole career.
That man told Carolina Panthers, "Get off my fucking field."
No, I remember one time he was like, sitting there like, you can't fucking stop it. You can't fall. I was like, oh my god.
That was against Tennessee, because like I think the linebacker said, we know what's coming. He just casually got on the center like, you can't fucking stop it, and hand the ball off the turn. And they did.
And then he gets hit. And the thing that frustrates people is he gets hit and he doesn't even he doesn't even complain. He just like gets back up. And then to be staring at Cam Jordan, who just sacked him, just staring at him like, all right.
I mean, except for
try to do it again.
He's been doing it more now, because like I know one game this year he got hit on the side of the head, like it was so blatant, and like Matt was in the referee face, like you don't call that, you standing right there. But I mean, even I remember the game when we played Monday night. We played a Monday night game in 2018 against the Giants. And it was like third down, and like we got a false start, and the referee was like, false start on the offense, and you can hear Matt through the mic say, on who? And he said 81. He said, God damn it, who?
So we ain't gonna talk about how he scored on that read option on that 2-point conversion and showed y'all he got bunnies too.
Oh yeah. I think that I remember what play was that? I think it happened in 2018 where he got when he did the helicopter dive, and then
that was against Carolina.
Yeah, he did the helicopter. I was like, oh my god, like that.
Yeah, boy, he did that 2-point conversion read option in Tampa Bay. Boy, Falcons Twitter got quiet.
Like it sure as hell looked better than that little failed turtle.
I mean, but it was quiet because people want to drag him because we was down bad, and then he ultimately led us to, being down 3 points. The defense was starting to come alive. The offense, like I can't even lie. I mean, I ain't even just gonna put all the credit on Matt. Like doing those 2 drives, bro, I can't lie. Arthur Smith was surgical with the play calling. Everything was floating. Like he was phenomenal doing those 2 drives. But the only reason why Tampa got away with murder is because at the end of the day, they utilized the fact that our line was young, especially with Mayfield being in his second game starting. You utilized by our line being our weakness on our offense, so you shut the house. That was ultimately led to the tip picks and stuff like that. You was sitting in the house, so knowing our receivers couldn't get open immediately. Like that's all you did. Like they quit playing football. Like what Todd Bowles did in that game, and the second after that game, he got desperate. That was desperation.
What's so crazy, LT, is like now that we look and think about it, bro, the fact that Arthur Smith managed to get 7 wins out of this team, and not just 7 wins, have most of these games close for at least a half.
Exactly.
Like, it's
because I feel like for that Washington game, had there been like a better decision situationally on offense, like instead of running the ball 3 times and then maybe there could have been a little something. And I also know without a shadow of a doubt, if Calvin really plays that Carolina game, we win that game, because people don't understand you got a game plan. Yeah, the Washington game where they ran the ball 3 times.
I don't blame the offense for that loss. They scored 30 plus points. I can't blame my offense for scoring 30 plus points.
Don't get me wrong.
Your defense got to do something.
There was that one touchdown that Taylor Heineke threw that just floated in the air, and we had two defenders right there, and it was like
TJ Green.
That was the game. Look, that was the game. TJ Green got cut right after. Like, hey,
they looking at each other like buddy, like, dude, we're right there. Get the ball. He's like, nah,
Then now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The only game that I actually had no emotions this year. I mean, I pretty much got emotions to football because I just look at the game so much differently. But the only game I can say I was invested in was the San Francisco game. Why? Because it will playoff implications. If we win that game, 9 times out of 10 we make the postseason. But when I seen because they thought that San Francisco should have easily won that game, but when they came out struggling, you could clearly see where the Zebras was like trying to control the game, and then once like San Francisco got in their rhythm, then they just let it ride. And I'm looking like, bro, like y'all really killed that season. Like that's the issue that I had because we could have like I'm still trying to figure out how they say like Cordell didn't score that touchdown. He clearly scored.
That was rigged as hell. Like I looked at that call, I was like, there's no proof to show that he didn't score. There's not enough proof. As they always talk about, if there's enough proof to overturn it, then you do it. But there was not enough proof, especially with everybody's feet and legs and the way the camera. There was not enough proof. Let me ask you something.
As much as you don't watch football, don't they show you the pylon? Don't they show you the pylon view?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's why they got a camera in the pylon for it.
But did they show the pylon view in that game, in that situation?
No.
Okay, then. There you go.
I'm going to say something, too. If y'all go back and watch that 49ers game, I'm not talking about the game clock, the play clock. It was several times where either Matt Ryan threw an incomplete pass or we ran out of bounds, and they kept that play clock rolling, bro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I noticed that, too.
That's when I knew the refs had it against us. I'm like, bro, come on.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like
I don't like blaming referees for wins and losses, but it was too blatant in that game.
Exactly.
It was too blatant in that game. Like, man, you missed a crucial roughing the passer play on a drive that could have kept our drive alive. We probably could have got points out of it, but then you missed that, and then you made up a phantom one the next drive. Like, no, don't do that.
Yeah, because I know they did the same thing in that Bills game when they're talking about that taunting call and things like that, and then they were talking about Matt gave himself up, and I'm like, if he gave himself up, then that's a late hit, so that should offset the taunting penalty, which means that it's just a replay of a down. That doesn't mean that didn't even make any sense.
I'm still
and
trying to figure out
my boy 15 G's too, bro.
I'm still trying to figure out how diving forward is you giving yourself up. Like,
you're only giving yourself up if you slide.
Because that's what I thought. Like, I thought if you slide with your feet first, you're giving yourself up. He literally dove forward. Like, basically, put it like this: Matt did this same dive in the end zone in the playoff game against the Packers, and they called it a touchdown. Be as it made, his knee probably went down. But still, it was the same thing. Y'all wasn't calling no give up, but then it's Matt. Oh, he gave himself up. Like, come on, bro. We not doing this. We are not doing this. Don't be switching the rules around because it's a person that ain't the most popular QB. Because again, this is why I hate how things go. Because if Brady would have slid like that, y'all let it ride.
No, if Brady would have slid, what would have happened was it would be a touchdown. Then they'll call a targeting. And then in that targeting call, they'll reward the Bucks another 3 points for some reason because of some weird rule that they made up. Like, it'll be like, you hit that guy.
Laughing, but that shit seems so logical. It really do.
That's why it's so funny. And then the defender that would hit Tom Brady get ejected out the game. The coach gonna get fined $30,000, and they gonna lose a 5th-round draft pick.
Oh my God! No, better yet, they're gonna say they're gonna flip a coin. Heads, you lose the 8th pick. Tails, you lose the 43rd. and then there's going to be heads on both sides, but they won't take it. So then you lose an 8 pick, and it's like, bro, we done lost all these games, and we don't even have an 8 pick no more.
But while you wild, like it's crazy because like, bro, like you said, like how you said he would have got ejected. Not only he would have got ejected, he would have got fined $30,000 for the late hit, and he would have got suspended the following game.
No, they would have put him on the commissioner's exempt list like Deshaun Watson, and then we would have really been fighting.
Lord have mercy, man. Oh man, let's see what these questions got. Yeah, Khalil said had the worst supporting cast last year from defense, special teams, and offense and receiving core.
Yes,
Mhm.
he's right.
Mhm.
We win 7 games with an average roster. I give this coaching staff a lot of credit because we could easily win 9 games, but we had an average roster.
Mhm.
We could easily beat Carolina. We could easily beat Washington.
Yeah, you could have
We-
easily.
we-
You could have
Yeah,
beat
that's
San
the
reason
Francisco.
why.
You could have beat San
Which is-
Francisco.
Yeah,
Which
but
is the
that would
reason?
be-
Which
this
is the
one would
reason?
be
Hell,
tough.
Buffalo too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we beat Carolina in Washington at the beginning of the season, you see, by the time we met Buffalo, we will be more in the playoff race. See, we'll fight better.
You
We-
make the
this is the
playoffs
why-
if you
this is
got
why-
Calvin Ridley. You make the playoffs.
This is
If you got Calvin Ridley, the Falcons easily make the playoffs.
Right,
yeah.
and it's not even just that. It's with Mike Davis underperforming too.
Wait, no.
Yeah, because
The reason why I say that is because Calvin Ridley, when I went back, I've been watching film on him and his game, especially. A lot of the Falcons had more space to even run the ball, so it affected Mike Davis to not, even his running ability because those holes actually closed up. When Calvin Ridley was on the field, they had more space, and that's why you saw early in the games. In the first couple of games, you actually saw Cordero Patterson making big time plays. So if Calvin Ridley is just on the field, if he's just on the field, the Falcons they are a playoff team. Like that's not even debatable.
I got a question. See, we got a bunch of dudes who's not even in this team that we are still paying. That's the problem. From what I heard, Julio Jones is still taking 15% of the salary cap, if I'm not mistaken. We're still paying Juford. We're still paying Alford. We're still paying some fucking bum defensive lineman from last year.
I'm gonna say this though about Arthur Smith, and this is why I hated that. Like the fan base was like trying to drag him. I'm looking like, dog. What y'all fail to realize is this roster is seriously worse than what we had last year.
Oh,
we
yeah.
won 4 games last year, but with this roster, we won 7 games. Could have been more. And y'all trying to say that Arthur Smith is not the coach? You are wilding.
Who said that?
It's plenty of people on social media that were saying Arthur Smith wasn't a coach for the team.
Bring them to the show. What are you working on?
We got a bunch of.
I know a lot of people.
No, we're talking about content creators. The people, even content creators, a lot of analysts, they've been saying the same dumb shit too.
And Mike, I got one question too. So when you talked about the spacing with Calvin Ridley on the field, is that why you showed that that still shot after the San Francisco game with when they were pressing?
Mm-hmm. That's all.
Yeah,
is the spacing. It calls Mike Davis. Mike Davis, he's not that type of back where he's going to create space with his vision. He needs space, and he needs help with his vision. And when a guy like Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones, it helps with his vision because it spreads everybody out. So we got a whole bunch of guys clumped up together. Mike Davis is not going to be the best Mike Davis. So that's why I say this year, if the Falcons end up getting a receiver, and I fully expect them to go out to get a receiver, maybe the second, third round, but they're getting a receiver in the second and third round, maybe in first, depending on how everything goes. But they're going to get one in free agency because Mike Davis, he needs space, and I'm not sure he does. Like I said last night on Kicking with KStylzz, 6-man KStylzz, 6-man combo, I said that Mike Davis doesn't deserve a chance, but I fully expect him to get another chance because he didn't have that space where we could really truly see what he does. He's not a guy that is good with vision, so he needs help with the receivers. You got Kyle Pitts is going to be another year older. He's going to understand. He understands the game, and he finally coming into himself. So you get a veteran to go alongside him, and you get a young stud that can actually run. It's going to make the running game that much better. So, like I said, I know everybody, including myself, is pissed off at Mike Davis for the year that he had. But after just watching film, I'm not putting a lot of the blame on him. I continue to see this. Calvin Ridley screwed this team out of making the playoffs.
Okay,
He just simply quit. And I'm not saying again, I could be wrong about as far as his mental health. I don't have any proof to say that he doesn't, but he's given everybody reason to doubt. So that's the main reason why I say Calvin Ridley screwed this team on making the playoffs, because his presence on the field creates so much space for this offense. And you guys can go check it out yourself. Let's go back and look at the games where Calvin Ridley was in versus when he was out, and you can look at the spacing. The spacing was completely different.
Hey, okay, can I
talk?
No, let KStylzz go. Let KStylzz go.
Hey, so basically, what you are saying is that when the defenders saw these little ass wide receivers,
right?
They basically said, somebody get this paperweight out of here.
But see, KStylzz, the thing is, and this is a question for everybody, the fact that we had these holes on the offensive side of the ball and still managed to win 7 games, do you think this makes Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley look bad for the simple fact that they didn't even give Arthur Smith a chance to create something special?
Mm-hmm.
I think Julio left his hamstring in Atlanta. That's probably why he was bad in Tennessee. but I think you're right, because I remember right when it was heavily considered that Atlanta was going to get Kyle Pitts with the 4th pick. That was before anybody knew exactly that Julio was leaving or that he wanted to leave. So it was like, just imagine, Kyle Pitts, Calvin Ridley, you still have Julio Jones, you still have Hayden Hurst, and then at that time I think they just picked up Cordero Patterson. So it's like, oh my goodness, like this offense is about to drop 35. And then it's like, nah, okay. But even then, like looking at the Washington game, it shows like just how lethal this offense can be in the way they did the 5 wide sets and things like that, the screen passes. Like it was awesome to see. But then it just stopped after that because, the Calvin Ridley situation, and everybody pretty much just started loading up the box because we had these small ass Oompa Loompa receivers that couldn't get separation for nothing.
I got the question. KStylzz. Can we trade Calvin Ridley for an elite number 1 wide receiver like Adams?
No, don't
do
even
we have
answer.
money
No,
to afford that?
No, don't even answer, KStylzz. I'll answer for you. No, period, point blank. It ain't.
I take the pick. I just take the pick.
Do we have money though? Do we have money to afford such?
No, that's why I said don't even answer it. I answer it for him. No.
Do you know how much that man wants? Do you know how much he wants, Yeezy? He wants 30 million.
Listen, I'm not saying we got to.
He's going into a contract year. Calvin Ridley is the most expensive receiver in the game right now because he has not gotten paid. So no team in their right mind without picks is going to pay for him or even give up a first rounder unless they believe that he's a next Julio Jones or he's an elite receiver. Nobody's going to give up that type.
If they feel that,
listen, who we're gonna give money to a dude that sit for a whole year. You got to look at it that way too.
I mean, if a team feels that he's going to be healthy,
it's not even that. I'm telling you guys, he's the most expensive receiver right now because he's going into his 5th year, and you're going to have to negotiate his contract in his 5th year.
And he's
the most expensive receiver.
The most expensive players are the players that haven't been paid yet, because at that point you don't know how much money they could be giving these other receivers up until the moment, like next offseason. So for all I know, the Packers might give Devontae Adams like $50 million for like 1 year, then all of a sudden it just trickles down, and then you're paying Calvin Ridley instead of, let's say, $15 million. Then he's like, oh well, I want 30 because I feel like I'm the best guy, and it's like, no, we're not doing that.
But listen,
and my bad. I wasn't trying to be rude, KStylzz, but this is the reason why we gotta like stop trying to pretend like Calvin Ridley is still a young guy. He's a receiver right now that has not getting paid. Those guys and they're like teams don't want to have to deal with those types of guys. So the Falcons are going to have to. They're in a position where they're going to have to eat. You know, they're gonna have to eat crow. Either they're gonna get a 2nd, 4th, and 5th, and 6th, some other picks.
Shit, I'm gonna just say it like this. I'm gonna just say it like this.
I ain't done yet.
Hold on, right quick, man. Hold on. I'm gonna just say it like this. If you talking about making a business decision, you take whatever you can get for Calvin Ridley at this point because you need money.
But listen, you say that no team want to pay him or no team want to take him. No team will agree to trade, okay? But you also saying that we need to get rid of them. What are we doing?
Repeat that again, KStylzz. Repeat it. I'm not sure if you comprehend him. Let's say it again, KStylzz. He just said it.
I just said. For cap's sake and for money's sake for this team, you're going to have to trade Calvin Ridley.
That's what I've been saying.
Because when you think about it, especially with the salary cap, there's only so many times you can keep restructuring deals, because then you'll end up like the Saints, where it's like, oh, we're going to restructure. Next thing you know, you're like $1 billion like over the cap, and then you have to cut people. So I think at this point you have to, and I believe that at the end of the day we might get a second. I think the only way we'll get a first is if he wants to actually go there and re-sign. Because if you're re-signing at that point, then they're more likely to give up a 1st-round pick for him. But if not, then it's like, okay, we'll give him a second just purely based on his ability, not really anything else.
And I hate to bring this up. But Devontae on Twisted Torch TV's space on Tuesday, he said that basically we got $11 million tied up to a player that you don't even know is fully committed, to the team right now.
Or any team, not just the Falcons, any team. We don't know anything. We don't know what's going on in here because he's been acting really weird. We don't know anything about him. That's why I brought up KStylzz made a great point where he's saying we just gonna have to take what we can get because we don't know. We have no idea. We don't know. Teams understand. There was a report that came out where a scout said, "Stay the hell away from Calvin Ridley."
Really?
Why would he say that? So it's not a matter. What you're talking about, if circumstances were absolutely perfect. These are not perfect circumstances. Under perfect circumstances, Calvin Ridley we'll be able to get a 1st round and maybe a 3rd if the circumstances were right. The circumstances aren't right now. And like I said, so much money has been tied up for a guy that year, it'll be hard.
It's about to be a Julio trade.
You say something that I don't agree on. You say he's gonna be like You say he's like damn, the most expensive wide receiver on the market, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with that. Is he top 10? Is he top 5? How the hell is he?
It
Is he
don't
the
damn matter.
It's
No,
because
so
he's
here,
28 years
I
old
mean,
and he's
who the
gonna
hell
want the
want to pay for
bag.
a
And he
mediocre
came out
wide
of college
receiver?
at 24 years old,
Stop.
easy.
Stop. We gotta understand this. This is where I'm saying stop, because we gotta understand this. Any player in the last year of their deal, that team who acquires him or who has his rights have to negotiate for the next contract. That's what it is. The Falcons have already paid him for his 4th year. That's why Arthur Blank came out and said they've already paid him. So they didn't do what we thought they was gonna do and not pay him for the 6th game. They gave him a game 6, and the next team is gonna have to negotiate his new contract. Okay, this is why we say at this point in time we're gonna have to just get what we can get. It doesn't matter who, like, what we think he is. The next team who come in, they might think he's, $120 million guy,
Okay, I
but they
got a
don't want to
question.
give up a first. They don't want to give up a first round for it, because why? Because we desperate. We just trying to get rid of them. They know the Falcons desperate at the moment at this current time. The Falcons are desperate to get anything that they want. They have no power right now.
Damn. Okay, what if he stays here?
Well, I mean, we can talk about what if he stays here, but like,
Yeah, let's talk about that. What?
After that Instagram comment he replied to 2 days ago, I don't think he's staying
Yeah,
here, bro.
it's like a 99. It's like a
Nah.
0.1% chance he stays.
And out of all the comments that was on that post, you respond to that one about Julio, bruh.
I think the only way he's staying is if Arthur Blank does the same thing he did with Julio, and I pray to God that he doesn't do that nonsense, because that would that would make me so mad. Like, he goes on a sabbatical and then he comes back with this new mega contract. Like, no.
just go. I don't even care no more. I really could care less. I don't
give me my second round pick and I'll be straight.
Shoot,
just give me a second. Go ahead, Kid.
Yeah, this is. I mean, I don't think nobody will give a first one, even though you want a first one for him. Evaluate first one, right? It's worth a first one, but I don't think nobody will give a first one draft pick for a dude that been sitting the whole year.
No, because I know for sure if he had that same all-pro caliber season he had last year for the 2020 season, we would have got a first and a third easy, because you're getting an all-pro receiver. We'd be getting a first and a third, but it ain't happened like that. So even when he was here, he was kind of like dropping open passes and just I don't know what he was doing.
Just say he was moonwalking. Just say he was moonwalking.
He was preserving himself for the big contract, but jokes on him, that big contract might not be so big depending on the team. So,
hey Trey, how you feel about the situation, man?
To me, this is just another Julio situation all over again, and this is kind of exactly like it, because Julio was quiet. He never said anything. We never heard anything about him wanting to be gone to the end of the season. And then all of a sudden, all of these social media things come out, and he's on Skip and Shannon's show talking about, yeah, I'm out of there. And Calvin didn't do that. I don't know if he will, but it's just like he's liking these photoshops of him switching teams, all these trade talks, that comment you was talking about 2 days ago, him skipping out on the entire season. It's just like it's back-to-back Julio situations all over again.
I mean, next year we finally got Kyle Pitts situation.
I mean, let me. I want to reiterate. I I want to make sure everybody understands this. All right, these are not normal circumstances. Okay, I don't think people are really getting that. This is not normal circumstances where we know what Calvin Ridley's value is if there were normal circumstances where he wasn't out for the year. Well, we don't know if he's committed to a team. So being that teams are uncertain about whether or not a player is committed to the game, we don't even know if this dude committed to the game, bro. We have no idea if he's committed to a game. So any team who's going to call the Falcons are going to ask a billion questions. All right, what's up with this dude? Has he been doing this? Have you guys talked to him? Is he on drugs? Like, they're going to ask all these types of questions to try to see, because they're putting $100 million. I mean, it might. I'm saying, look, bro. We don't know if this dude an alcoholic. We don't know if he's on drugs. We don't know if he's like emotional damage. Like, we don't know any of this. So being that we have none of, like, we don't know anything. That's the biggest clue. We don't know anything. These are not normal circumstances. So you're going to have to just take the L on this. You got to take the L on this.
And that's the thing. He messing himself up too. With
and you know what? You know who else is messing it up for though? Is messing it up for other players, because when they get together to do the new CBA, and it's already bad enough for NFL players because they don't have fully guaranteed contracts. You know, there's all the void years, and not like the NBA where they got fully guaranteed money, so you could do a Ben Simmons and just not play, and then you still got something. Like, so next thing you know, when they do the new CBA, and it's like, oh, so about that Calvin Ridley and the Julio Jones situation, I don't think we should start trying to give more guaranteed money, because they might, you know, all of a sudden get their money and then go on random mental health breaks, or their hamstring might all of a sudden hurt on signing day. I mean, you never know.
So I know it hasn't been addressed yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask it. What y'all think about his recent tweets and that comment on IG? What y'all honestly think about that?
Oh, that was the nail in the coffin right there.
Hold on, I didn't even see it. What did he say?
Wait, what
okay, so KStylzz, go to your actually Matt Mike, send him the screenshot that I sent you, and then send him the other tweets, because he deleted one tweet, made two other tweets, and then I screenshotted you the comment that he replied to on IG. It's actually it's 4 comments that he made on that day, but it was never been addressed. That's why I'm bringing it up.
All of those, to be honest, I think put the nail in the coffin to just what he said on that Instagram comment basically told me, and I don't want to just overthink stuff, but after the past couple of weeks, what that basically told me is he don't want to be here.
Yeah, that Instagram comment and that first tweet that he deleted, that was bad, bro.
It said Calvin Ridley just started following the Dolphins Instagram page.
Oh yeah. He
could take his ass to Miami. I don't give a.
I think he actually growing up being a Dolphins fan.
Oh no, he did. He grew up like 20 minutes away from the stadium. It's been a whole bunch. It used to be Philadelphia at the beginning of like the playoffs, but the more it went into it, a whole bunch of people were talking about the Dolphins being the number one team to trade for Ridley.
Yeah.
What did you send it to me?
No, I asked Mike to send it to you, because you know if I go to the Twitter app, it's gonna kick me off.
Okay, I see it.
I mean, he's following the Dolphins on Instagram. I don't think he's following the Dolphins because of the war thing that they got going on. Because before being in the NFL, he was like a normal dude, you know. I don't think he's following the Dolphins just because of the whole situation. You never know. He actually growing up.
It really makes me wonder, though.
I think he just be trolled. What's up? Go ahead. My bad.
But it really makes me wonder, like, what Matt Ryan might think behind closed doors versus what he actually says. Because I noticed, like, there are some things, like, people would say stuff and it's like, oh, he's been thinking about this for, like, a long time. So he just said it or he just liked somebody's tweet. But I really wonder sometimes, especially at the end of this past season, what Matt Ryan really thinks about just the season or the team in a vacuum versus what he would actually just say in public. Because I know he's always been like, well, we just gotta execute better. I gotta do better, yada yada yada. But I really wonder what he says like when he goes home. Does he like throw a helmet and like put a hole in the wall or something? Or like what does he do?
Matt be holding back.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Yeah, he trolling. Like I said, I think I to be honest with you, I just think it's all about the attention. Like I said, just by looking at how all these like tweets and stuff going, it's kind of like one of those things where he's basking in the attention because he knows his situation. He feels like his situation in Atlanta is secure because our wide receivers are not that good. Remember, the first thing he did put out was his stats.
But this ain't the kind of offense that's so reliant on receivers like how it was with Dirk Cutter, where you just had all your receivers running goal routes. Like, this ain't that same kind of offense. So I mean,
and that's the type of attitude that'll turn again. These are the questions that I'm talking about.
Hey,
because teams are they're going to ask these questions about. They want to know everything about. They want to know everything about Calvin Ridley. What his favorite food, what he eating, what he drink, all that type of stuff. Y'all don't think the NFL don't do stuff like that? They do stuff like that. They want to know every aspect of your life.
Hey, KStylzz, did you get it?
Yeah, I seen it.
So that in the last screenshot in that that was the first tweet because somebody was talking. They added him about him being on the yacht, and then he said, "Well, what's wrong with that? I'm gonna keep getting on him." So that's when I quote tweeted him and say, "Are you at least okay, really?" Without giving us any confidential information, and then he deleted that tweet. And then he replied to that comment on Instagram.
KStylzz.
Yo.
I sent you a meme on Instagram. Check your DM.
Oh Lord, let's see.
On Instagram.
Yeah, but Mike, what you think about those comments, Mike?
You seen it?
I'm looking for it. What? I must not have came in yet. It must not have came in yet. Hold on. Oh yeah, Instagram. Okay, hold on. I got you.
I like honestly, man. I'm tired of them. Like I think it's just stupid.
You seen it?
Like just acting like a fucking clown. Like I ain't got time to motherfuckers to act like clowns. You're supposed to be a football player. Like you need to be worried about your teammates, and you on fucking Twitter worried about trolling fans. Like it's just immature to me.
It would be so funny.
Some Whitney Marum type shit.
It would be funny if it was like he wants to go to a team with a quarterback who can throw the deep ball and then he ends up in Tennessee. That would be hilarious.
But Tennessee ain't got no cap. They ain't got no cap space for that. But they already restructured Ryan Tannehill contract to even get Julio.
Yeah. Hey, KStylzz, can you share the meme on your screen?
Shit. Hold on. You say you sent it on Instagram?
Yeah, on your DM.
Hold on. Let me see.
Now, like I said, man, I just don't. I ain't got time. We don't need all that bullshit. Like, man, get your ass on the field and fucking smile and kiss the goddamn ball. I ain't got time for that bullshit.
Look, I'm about to say he is now has been christened his nickname again. We gonna call him Clifford Franklin again. Clifford Franklin, get your hands. Cause I'm gonna just say it like this. For somebody, and I know we gonna get some flack for this, but for somebody that got mental health, you damn sure is trolling the hell out of people.
Oh my god!
And to be honest, I ain't seen no part now. not to say mental health people can't go party, but I ain't seen no mental health person be on a yacht or be partying nearly every single night.
And he ain't
Like,
Bro,
telling
it
nobody
ain't
what's going
even
on.
just that, bro. It's like we still haven't got an "I'm okay" message yet. Like
yeah,
that's
Months.
the biggest issue, bro.
And
No,
the
you
thing
ask him
is,
if he's okay, then he's gonna report you to the Twitter police.
and the thing is, another thing, we don't even know if he's been seeking help or if he's just been sitting out.
Right, and I forgot who mentioned it. I don't know if it was KStylzz or somebody, but they was like, you got to imagine how Lee Smith and Hayden Hurst feel.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? How they feel about
Especially Hayden Hurst, we declined his fifth-year option just to take Calvin's.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I'm not even talking about just as far as the contract. I'm talking about the basically the fact that they've gone through mental health, like how they view, you know what I'm saying? It really
Yeah.
was to use it as an excuse. Imagine how they feel, the experiences that they went through, how offensive that would be to them.
I mean, Hayden just told us he was thinking about committing suicide before he got back into playing football. And especially when especially a player, but when your own teammate lie about something that is like very detrimental to you, I don't think I can be in the same locker room with that dude.
Yeah, and somebody made a great point too. They said that if you notice, none of the teammates have really spoken on the matter. You know what I'm saying, or
Styles called
quote
that
tweeted
out.
it all.
That's like nobody said, bro, I'm glad you're okay. Nothing. Like it's been no contact with no
That nigga
teammates.
Matt
Nothing.
Ryan. You ain't heard ever since Halloween. You ain't heard Matt Ryan say nothing about really other than that one interview he had before we went against the Panthers the second time. He was like, "Yeah, hopefully he'll come back and he's a big part of the offense." And that's all he said. He ain't say, "Man, I hope he get better. Man, I hope he come back."
Nobody.
He ain't show no
I mean,
enthusiasm
Mike
about it.
Davis
He
was
just like,
on. My bad, but Mike Davis was like he was tweeting right along with everything. Like again, everybody saw that he's on Twitter. These guys on Twitter. Mike Davis on Twitter more than any Falcon. He saw that mess in a way he couldn't have saw it, and he still didn't respond to it. Hello, red flags. But we don't want to know anything. But you want to attack people that want to know something. We don't want to know anything, but we want to attack people that want to know anything. Get your
But
shit
like
straight, people.
but like a content creator says, even though all of us on AFN said all we need is an I'm okay message, he said that's not just all we want, because if he says I'm okay, then it's gonna lead to, well, when are you playing really, when that's not even the case.
right.
I just want to make sure you
That's
ain't
just,
thinking about
that's,
committing
go ahead,
suicide
KStylzz.
yourself.
No, he pretty much said what I was gonna say. Just make sure and like you said, that's the one thing. Just say, okay, yeah, I want to take the year off to get my mental right. Nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with asking questions. Like, there's nothing wrong with asking your homeboy, your sister, whoever, are you okay? I just want to know, are you okay? If you're okay, just say yes or no. It's not that difficult. He can't answer. Like people have been tagging him, are you okay? But instead of him acting like an adult, he's liking other posts. He's like, this is like it's like, look,
Yeah.
it's just childish, bro.
Because I was about to say, and AT, I'm glad you here. Cause that that space we was in.
Oh, we we gonna talk about it, but that was crazy. But one of the main things that I wanted to talk about, and I want to ask everybody on the panel and in the comment section, the same concern and energy that we have for Calvin Ridley, why aren't we concerned with when Jalen Mayfield got slandered this season? Why aren't we concerned with his why aren't we I can't take Mike serious.
This motherfucker came in here with the goddamn Big Hero 6 face on y'all ass, boy.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
I want to hear it. I just want to hear it. I just want to hear people.
I can finish my question, but why don't we show the same energy when Jalen Mayfield as a rookie getting slander? Why don't we show the same energy when Matt Ryan's wife and kids are getting slander on social media? Why don't we give Deion Jones the same concern when it just came out that he was playing with chronic shoulder injuries, but y'all was slandering him? Why we only focus about it?
Here. And the thing is,
Right.
y'all, some of y'all don't even understand how bad that feels when you're actually hitting a person with that shoulder. It don't just like a couple pain pills ain't just gonna make that go away for a couple weeks. No, like you are gonna feel that when you tackle somebody, when you getting blocked, that it hurts badly. It's basically like playing with a broken shoulder during the game. And he played, and he only missed 2 games, but y'all want him gone. Matt Ryan, he's getting put on. He looked like he dead in the first game, but he gets right back up, dusts himself off, goes on to the next play. Jalen Mayfield, after all that he went through, is still trying his best to get better and to be a good player for y'all to root for, but y'all still want him gone. But the one dude that left y'all on scene, basically left y'all undelivered. Well, y'all want him to stay here. Y'all checking up on him every 2 minutes. Y'all acting like that's your girl or something. Like, I don't get it.
Why Millie Mills put that in the comment section?
So why we didn't care? Because Matt Ryan's wife is getting slandered on Twitter.
Bro, have you seen some of the things that they've said about his kids and his wife? Don't nobody ask how Matt Ryan feel about that, about his mental health.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Because he let Leonardo DiCaprio leak his wife's ear, something like that, right?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because by Calvin really being out, it gives them the excuse to blame Matt Ryan. That's why they don't give you the energy for everybody else.
Say what, KStylzz? Repeat that.
I can give it KStylzz.
No, I'm saying the reason why they don't give Calvin really the energy, why they show sympathy for Calvin really and not everybody else they got slandered, because it's a talking point that they can blame Matt Ryan on.
Oh, Matt Ryan didn't do this, so yeah, that's his fault right there.
Yeah, so by him being out like that, they can say, well, it was Matt Ryan the reason why he wanted to sit out. It's Matt Ryan's fault that he got mental health issues. So it pretty much is really just come down to basically what we've been saying about everything that's wrong in Atlanta. It's Matt Ryan's fault.
And what's so crazy is Mike and everybody else that questions really getting backlash, but it was a dude that literally added Mike Davis, and he didn't get that same backlash, you know what I'm saying? That, towards him. It's all about keeping the same energy, bro, at the end of the day.
Yeah, and then this is the one issue that I have with people. And like I said, I understand people go through things, and I understand people have certain issues. But if we're having a discussion when we're talking about stuff like this, and ATL Mike, y'all could attest to me on this one. This is what I was talking about, that certain space. Don't contradict yourself when you're trying to make a damn point. We literally had a dude was talking about defending Calvin Ridley, said we don't know what he's going through, but he told another grown ass man that you ain't going through that. It was only temporary. I'm like, really?
And if you guys don't know what he's talking about, go on Twisted Tours Twitter page and go to the 2 spaces that were hosted on this past Tuesday.
Telling other grown men that that's not like I said, you never tell people how they feel, how they're supposed to feel.
But the fucked up part about it was, he brought this sad ass story about what he went through. Everybody was agreeing with him, like, okay, we know what you done went through. Like I said, everybody doesn't go through the same way. But when somebody else said they went through the same thing, he said, you didn't go through that. When he said he went through depression, he told the other guy, you didn't go through depression. It was probably only for like a couple days. I'm like, really? We getting to this point?
You know what, KStylzz? Now that I think about it, I never got the answer to my question from you or Mike, and I want Trey and the other people in the comments to answer this question. But my question is, as a person like myself, I think I don't go through mental health issues. Are there certain signs that a person shows that is going through mental health?
Well, there are always signs of mental health issues. Like there are certain levels. Some people's a little bit more. I guess the right word is a bit more dangerous than others. Some people don't talk when they're down. Some people don't like go through the same rituals. Like I'm a man of rituals. Like if you don't see me watching Boy Meets World, something fucking wrong with me. All right. That's something that I do every day. If I'm not drinking, some people like to drink a certain drink every day. And then all of a sudden, it's like, why are you not drinking this? Like, what's wrong with it? What's going on with you? If I'm not ranting, y'all motherfucking know something wrong with me. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like things like that. Like these are the things. Like this is why we said there are always signs. They're subtle, and some people are more subtle and quiet. You won't notice it as much. And the others are like you can see them drinking. You can see them not going out. You can see people going out a bit too much when they don't necessarily go out a lot. So like there's always signs of mental health. It's up to you to pay attention to those signs and pay attention to that person, whoever that person is. Like for KStylzz, for instance, I knew something was wrong when he did not get in touch with me. When we talk about like we always playing every show. So when he's not contacting me for like just anything, even if it's just a half a second, something ain't right. And I was like, okay, what the hell is going on? I haven't heard from him in 2 days. That's not like KStylzz. And he went in the hospital for that issue. I know, like these are the things. These are signs. So that it depends on the person, but the signs are always there. It's always there. You just have to pay close attention to that person.
Yeah, because like you said, it's always tendencies. Just like Mike said, with tendencies, like people have a certain way of doing things. And then it's like, okay, all of a sudden now it's switched. And it's like, okay, you're used to skipping 3 times to the left, but this time you, instead of 3 times to the left, you went 2 to the right. That's not like you. Or like you said, it was certain cases where like I will use myself as an example. Like I said, I've went through some depressive moments and I ended up alcoholic. And like you said, it was stuff that I didn't tell nobody because I'm kind of, and I'm saying like this, I'm kind of like one of those guys. I don't like telling anybody anything that's going wrong with me because I don't want the sympathy story. So, but if you pay attention to my mannerisms, okay, I'm like da. But if my mannerisms change, and now you're seeing something that looks concerning, like, wait a minute, that don't look right. Now the people that you're close to are going to ask the questions. But it's about you being the person that's going to be willing to open up and tell them what's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's kind of just going off of what KStylzz and Mad Mike say. You gotta if you're really close to that person or you're really close to a person, you should. I'm not gonna say be able to tell, but you should know their tendencies and how they act when they're straight. And I can tell when most of my friends aren't straight, when they're not acting goofy, when they're not laughing a lot, when they're not running around and doing all of this crazy stuff. I can tell. So it's just learning on how much how much you mean to that person and how much they mean to you, but also what they do on a consistent basis on how they like to have fun, how they like to enjoy their days. And if you notice that they're not doing that for a consistent period of time, then it's that time to say, okay, is you all right? Is everything going on?
And you know what's so crazy? That's the same thing that Mayor said in the space too.
Mm-hmm. But the guy tried to belittle his comment.
Certified, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tried to belittle his comment. And it was so bad. This dude was like, man, we could beat up on site. That was the funniest shit I ever heard. Mayor told the dude, man, I'll meet you on site right now.
That means he said you say you want to win, let's just meet up, bro.
Let's just meet up. Because the thing about it is, if somebody is telling you about what they went through and you're dismissing it because it's not your point, and that was the problem with old dude, and that's the reason why I had to get out that space, because old dude wanted to be the only one right. If anybody else came with a logic that was correct, he didn't want to hear
it. And the thing is, to add a point on Calvin on this Calvin Ridley thing, y'all think Matt Ryan and Calvin Ridley haven't been talking like about personal stuff the past 4 years? They're teammates. They have to have that chemistry together. They have to know each other. So y'all don't think Matt Ryan would notice something's up if Calvin was acting differently during this last offseason and this last season going into them games? He's been his teammate the past 4 years. We all know Matt Ryan or anybody that's been on the team with Calvin the past 4 years can tell when something's up and when he's not acting right. So,
it's his job not to care about that type of stuff. His job is to be the quarterback for the team and take care of what's on the field. Not to say that he's not reaching out to Calvin, but that's not his. Like if Matt Ryan is worried about Calvin really, then his mind is not going to be on football. And you can kind of see, all right, the progression or Matt getting upset at certain questions. So, like for him, he has to focus on what he can do. That's essentially why you heard Arthur Smith come out and say, "Look, I'm only concerned about the players that are here. I can't worry about those guys, because once you start worrying about, man, Calvin, man, he ain't here, you're gonna start to see that effect not only on the field, but in those press conferences. Soon as you ask a question about Calvin Ridley, like, look, man, I don't know anything. That's it. You can't focus on things that's not in your control.
And that's essentially what you want your team leader to be. He's got to be the guy he's got to be the rock. He's got to be that stationary, that sensibility right there, because all the other guys are looking at him as how he handling the situation, because at the end of the day, the quarterback wide receiver relationship has to be on point. So now his number one receiver just dipped out on the team. How's Matt Ryan how's he going to respond to the rest of the team? And from what you saw on the field he was fighting for everybody. Like I said, we got despicable me wide receivers, but he was still throwing them the ball. He was still giving trust to them. Like I said, you got Mike Davis back here. He ain't running worth a damn half the time. But he still got trust in him to do what he got to do. So it's about setting the example, especially as being the leader of a team that, okay, you have a situation right here. So let me ask you a question. Like I said, how do you think a rookie quarterback would have handled a situation like this?
Oh boy. Oof.
Probably gonna talk to the media about it. I mean, the media, like the media are gonna trap him because he's not used to that kind of situation. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. So it's just one of those cases, man. Like I said, the reason why a lot of people are trying to be like, well, Matt Ryan should say something about it, or Arthur Blank should address it, or something like that. At the end of the day, regardless of what's going on in that person's life, you got 53 other guys that you have to be leaders of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can't be weak in front of these guys. Because now if it looks like, okay, Calvin really not being here is affecting Matt's game mentally, now you lose the whole team. Because it's like, I can't go behind somebody that's not confident in leading us.
And he was supposed going to be like a shark in the water. I mean, this is something that I've been dealing with on a lesser scale. It's just like anytime I say something that someone with influence disagree with, like they're going to use their influence or their platform to make sure that everybody hear about, how wrong this person is. And like I said, not even me. I've seen it happen to plenty of people. It's like people will use that influence to make sure that they beat you down with it. So go ahead.
And they're gonna make sure they're the first one to do it. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's why I say this is why he has to respond the way he responds. I don't know anything. Even if he knows something, like the media is not gonna stop. As soon as they see a chink in your armor, they're gonna keep picking.
They ain't gonna stop.
Mm-hmm. You got to stand on your own. You got to stand on your 2 feet. As soon as you start to lean with it, rock with it, they gonna knock your ass straight to the damn ground.
Hey, ain't no damn lean with it, rock with. They gonna smack the shit out of you. Let's be. They gonna smack the shit out you. Oh, he weak. We got him.
Oh yeah.
You talk about the way we be walking with a limp and shit.
And shit, walking with a limp, boy, they gonna cut your motherfucking foot off. That's what they gonna do. You gonna be the true definition of hip hopping your ass to the locker room because they done cut your damn foot off trying to get that information.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's why going back to what ATM said before about the energy aspect about, okay, you got Hayden Hurst that's dealing with his mental problems, still playing the game.
Yeah.
You had Lee Smith come out and talk about his family issues. Still playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Criticizing Matt Ryan, Dion, and Matt nearly every second.
Right.
And I don't think people understand this, but they see this too. It's not like they just saying stuff out of the blue and they don't see this. These players see this too, and sometimes players just like, I can't deal with the fans no more. Like, I gotta go. I can't. And it's gonna be a point in time where if this keeps happening, that Matt and maybe even Dion and maybe even Grady, because people talking about Grady trading Grady even though he want to stay, and Mayfield, that it's gonna be like, man, I can't deal with him no more. I gotta go.
Right. See, because what I think a lot of people kind of realize this, but people don't. But the stuff you say online, a lot of these players look at, and they actually do take this kind of stuff to heart, especially if they giving they all. Now, I know people gonna be looking at us like, man, but y'all talk shit about Dante Fowler. Oh man, y'all talk shit about Steven Means, Tyler Davidson.
Well, they don't. They don't try their. We can tell when the player is trying their hardest out there.
They
You can
just
clearly see from all three of them, they ain't trying their hardest. They out there just for the contract. They out there to be like, man, I told my partners back in the day I'll make it to the NFL.
right. And then, like I say, even when you're talking about a guy, you're talking about a guy who their performance on the field. You're not talking about the person.
Right.
You're not getting into their personal business.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta
Somebody in the chat just called Matt a yes man earlier too.
He said who?
Somebody in the chat called Matt a yes man earlier.
I mean, what the fuck wrong with being a yes man? Everybody got bosses and shit. Even the president got to answer to people.
Want to keep your job? Might want to be a yes man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like people ridiculous at this point. It's like again, everybody a yes man at some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
So who the fuck cares if he is a yes man? All right, everybody got to answer to somebody. That's the stuff that I be like.
I like this comment. I like this comment right here. Round Table Sports Gamer said our fans would turn on you like an ingrown toenail if they have a bad game. He said not season, but game.
Game.
Man, did y'all remember that Chargers game back in 2020 when Ryan had that I ain't gonna lie, he had a terrible game in that game. He had like 3 picks, overthrew a couple big plays. Man, it was people talking about start Matt Schaub over Ryan. I was like, what?
Oh yeah, that was a historic. That was one of the historic post game shows for AFN.
Ooh, boy, yes it was.
I remember that started the whole fan divide in the AFN community.
Oh my lord!
I was like, man, I don't heard it all. Last year after that preseason Titans game, they was like, start Felipe Franks because he got legs.
See, but like I said, it comes back to the point where it's kind of like we need to get rid of Matt Ryan by any means necessary mentality. So you're looking for excuses on why to get rid of him. Like you said, Felipe Franks, legs. Chargers game, start Matt Shaw. Calvin really being gone, Matt Ryan's fault. Julio being gone, Matt Ryan's fault.
We only won in 7 games this year.
Matt Ryan's fault.
Damn.
Russell Gage ran a bad route and it was intercepted off his hands.
Matt Ryan's fault.
Russell Gage fumbles in a late critical time in the Lions game on the screen pass.
Matt Ryan's fault. you see where it goes on with it, and like you said,
somebody comment.
Hold on, let's see. He said constructive criticism is what happens on the field, is what fans do. Atlanta fans aren't as bad as y'all making them out to be. Players that play for teams in the Northeast get it a lot worse.
Oh no, I know that's cap.
I don't know shit about no Northeast. I'm talking about our fans. I don't know damn thing. I don't know nothing about that.
It's the constructive criticism worthy where if these players, if a guy like Matt Ryan having a good game, but then they talking shit about him because he made one bad throw the whole game and they win by 20.
See,
that
the thing is, the media, they don't talk about Matt Ryan a lot. They don't talk about him at all. But when they do talk about them, guess what? They just say something bad about him, like, oh, he blew the game. Oh, they lost because of him. Something like that.
Man, even though it hit Russell Gage's hands and tipped into the linebacker's hands, Matt Ryan should have put it right on the money. Even though he had, a 350-pound dude coming right at him. It's like, I get constructive criticism, but constructive criticism is saying, okay, he could have did this better, but he still had a pretty good game. Or that may have been one bad game, but he still had a pretty decent season. I ain't heard not one I haven't heard that out of any fan that bashes Ryan. All they see is the bad, He makes a good passes. Oh, that was a great catch by Kyle Pitts right there. That was a great route, great block, and great everything else. But Matt Ryan's throw gets thrown under the bus. When Ryan makes that one bad throw off by about a good 1%, oh, Ryan should have made a better pass. Ryan should have did this. Ryan should have did that. Kyle got open. He was open over here. It's like,
bro, they get mad when the Falcons win. That's the problem, right?
Yeah, it was. Y'all see. So after every game last year, it was kind of towards the late end of the season where it was like we may make the playoffs, but it's like a 50-50 chance right here. I remember we won that Panthers game, and all I saw was, dude, y'all want to win now, man? Just lose out for the draft pick, man. What are y'all winning now for? We go to the next week, we lose the game. Y'all like, man, y'all suck, man. Like this, like, why are we even fans anymore? I'm like, what? Didn't you want to lose just last week? What?
But the thing about it is they don't want to be called out for their hypocrite takes like that. They don't like being called out for it.
And KStylzz, can I add something to what you had said about a few minutes ago? And Mike, there's a difference between wanting a player gone and making jokes versus actually adding the player on social media. That's one of the most disrespectful things that you can do, is to add players and DM them. That's so disrespectful. If you're not coming at them with not even just constructive criticism, if you're not coming at them with any positivity, don't add that player, don't DM that player. That's so disrespectful, bro.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something. And that's disrespectful, but the player, they don't give a fuck. I mean, you're not gonna see
players actually do.
Some do. A lot do.
It's actually who does it though. It's who does it though.
That's basically them saying it to your face. How would you feel if somebody did that to you? That's basically saying it to their face.
Especially when you get especially for a player like Ryan and Dion and Mayfield, where they going out there sometimes injured, or they giving 120%, or they trying their hardest to do something, and you still just disrespecting them right in their face. And I get, if you say something bad about them, but you don't add them, okay, they probably will never see that tweet. But you're adding them. And they're a lot of these players, like I said, are on their phones. They're checking Twitter. They're checking Instagram. They're seeing what people are saying about the game. And you're DMing these players, adding these players, calling them out. It's like, you go out there and do it then. Since you want to, bash a player for it, you go out there and put an entire playbook in there and then go make these passes that are harder for basically millions of people in the world to do.
Right. They grown men just like you and I, just like everybody on here.
I mean, they're not gonna see who tag them, who add them. I mean, when you got like 2 million followers on Twitter or Instagram.
Let me read you guys a little something. Like these are just the type of messages that I get from. Like I said, I get more love than I get hate, but it's just simple. This is simple, but people will really they come in you. They don't know me at all, never had a conversation with me, and they would literally come up and say, "You a dumb fuck." Just like I've never had conversations with these people. And like they feel the need to like really come at you on, like I said, I've gotten so many of them. Like it gets to the point where you don't even answer messages. I got so many I got so many of them. Like I just lost count.
Or you got them asking other people to slide your address to them too.
And that too, that type of stuff too. So like I said, you think it's funny, ain't shit funny about that at all. All right, it's just being real. Because a motherfucker like me, let me slow. Let me.
Hey, Mike.
Hold on. Let me clarify what Mike is saying. You DM the wrong thing, or you on some type of energy talking about slide me this so and so address. You could call self-harm to yourself, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Hey, let me give you the perfect example. Y'all just see what happened to Danny Lay's brother, talking all that shit online.
Yeah, he did.
The baby and his squad came in and whooped his ass.
Now guess what? That baby's facing charges.
Exactly.
But KStylzz, let's keep it 100 though. When he was talking, right, the man asked for a one-on-one boxing match. Now, where I feel Brandon messed up at, you shouldn't have came there by yourself at an event like that. You got to come with your homies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's the fact that he got jumped, and that's why he's suing. But he messed up about going there by himself.
But what I found out about that situation though was Brandon was actually there the whole day.
Really?
The baby and his squad just walked in.
And
then Brandon went up and got, I guess they say he went to go talk to him or something like that.
Yeah, he had a drink in his hand.
Yeah,
he wasn't even trying to fight.
Yeah, the baby knocked the drink out of his hand. The homies done whooped his ass.
Yeah, jumping him, yeah.
But that's what I said. The thing about it is, y'all gotta watch what y'all say about these folks. And like I said, and there's a different. And like I said, and the thing is, if you was cracking jokes on somebody and it was funny, that's one thing. But when you start taking personal shots, like I said about Tyler Davis, we call him Route 96. I say he eat at Stevie B's.
Right. Yeah.
I'm talking about his gameplay on the field. I didn't say he was a terrible person. I just said sometimes.
Man, come on, man.
Really?
Again, that's what we're talking about. Like we talking about, like I said, it's a lot. Look, I'm like I've said this quite often. Matt Carey, Aaron Freeman, the Falcoholic, like a lot of those guys. Like they were already here before I got in the game. So I always will have respect for those guys. But when we talk about, we're talking about personal shots, while you coming in people DMs and stuff like that, taking personal shots at people you don't know, you've never had a conversation with. That's a whole nother disrespectful type of that's a whole nother vibe. So at the end of the day, it's not even about difference of opinion. It's these personal shots.
Can I read some here? Because I just got
somebody mic is staticking too.
I just got this comment today. This was just off the show we did yesterday. So it's a motherfucker named M. So I know this is a troll account. So I guess he was talking about the Dante Fowler void year contract thing. And yes, I said the name of the thing. His name is M. Okay, I'm gonna read you what he told me. He said, "Why Mike always capping on everything he says?"
No cap.
I told him, talk to Mike your damn self. I didn't say it in that word, but pretty much I was implying, go and talk to Mike your damn self. Don't come to me. And this is the main thing that be making me mad about a lot of this stuff is people will come to me or come to Mike about what each one of us said.
Yeah,
instead of just
I
saying,
get the same treatment on Twitter too.
So he was talking about the adjustment voided year thing. I said so basically it's a conditional damn contract like it was, because in actuality, if you looked at a lot of the salary cap for the next upcoming season, he was scheduled to make $4 million. So it was a conditional contract. And then he gonna come at me and said, "No, it wasn't, you dummy." I said, "Bro, you don't sit." I said, "You don't get your goof ass on somewhere."
You know what people don't understand is that Google is free, bro. There's this website called Spot Track.
It really is.
Everybody's contract is on there, and it said he was a unrestricted free agent for 2022. So cool. He was going to be voided anyway. He had a lack of production.
Right.
That wasn't going to keep him.
That's why
it was obvious.
Unless he all of a sudden popped out with 15 sacks.
Like I said, that's why I said it was conditional, because it was performance based. Now, if he would have hit his numbers,
it would have
still be on the team.
In that 6-game stretch that he had to get 1 sack, just to let all of y'all know if y'all don't know.
So Devontae, what you got to say?
Man, bro, I should have never did that, because I know he better just eat that shit alive.
Right, how the man gonna steal my whole flow word for word, bar for bar?
Started, no injuries. All of those O-lines were about average at best, and he couldn't get 1 sack. He actually got thrown off of a couple on one guy in Buffalo.
Man, we ain't about to talk about no damn. He gone. He's up.
What you said?
We gonna talk about a man with 4.5 sacks?
But I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised because I expect Tyler Davison to get cut first, bro. Like I was actually surprised that Fowler.
No, that's about money. That's money. Like you got to get that out of there. We got to get that out of the way quick. So that made a lot of sense.
I think they just being nice at this point. You letting people go early so they can actually try to start the conversation early.
Right.
And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not happy. Yeah, Dante Fowler got cut, but I'm not happy unless I know for sure that Eric Harris, Fabian Moreau, Steven Means, and Tyler Davison ain't coming back next season, and Mike Davis. I ain't gonna be happy. I'm tired of seeing
three of
them.
those guys you mentioned are unrestricted, so they most likely aren't coming back.
Yeah, I hope we don't bring them back. I hope not.
Man.
So what you got? What you had to say, Devontae? What?
About what specifically?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was just looking at the website. I was looking at ProFootballReference.com. They got a Hall of Fame monitor, right? They said the average Hall of Fame outside linebackers rating is 106.4. They had Dante Fowler at 8.75.
Why the hell you?
So basically, he got to at least get
who's below him?
715 and a half.
I don't know. It just popped. It said he's 433rd amount outside linebacker.
Man, we be finding the weirdest shit. That's crazy.
What the fuck?
No, I thought you just had some particular to speak on.
I just hopped down, so I'm trying to catch up with it. But as far as people coming at everybody about your opinion, that's got to be the dumbest thing I've seen lately, because it's like y'all be acting like my name Dante Fowler, my name is not Calvin, Mike Davis, none of that. I have an opinion just like y'all, so don't come at me like I'm the next of kin.
Devontae, how you gonna steal my whole flow word for word, bar for bar, man?
Great minds think alike, my brother.
Pick up the pieces.
Yeah. Pick up all the pieces on that shit.
But yeah, at the end of the day, and dang, I didn't even know we've been on here for 2 hours and 27 minutes. But as far as my lasting thoughts, ask questions and keep that same energy. And y'all know what to do. Follow everybody on AFN. And also, if y'all want to know what space that me, Mike, Devontae, and KStylzz were talking about, it's the space that was hosted by Twisted Torch on Tuesday. There were 2 spaces that were hosted. Go and watch them.
Boy.
Yeah. So yeah, that's cool. Everybody kind of get their that last takes on. You go use
That Dante Fowler bullshit y'all been talking about. This man, they bring this man. Dan Quinn bring this guy here to keep his job. Right, KStylzz?
Right.
Dan Quinn, when Dan Quinn see if I not get his ass fired, he bring Dante Fowler and Todd Gurley. It didn't work out. He got fired.
You got to remember.
People will not talk about it. They saw Dante Fowler, they be happy and shit. Dante Fowler finna get them like 20 sacks and shit.
They got
This man was trying to keep his job. That's it, man.
they got scared because I knew as soon as they went into that draft, I believe the 2019 draft, when they got Chris Lynch and Caleb McGarry, there's no reason for you to then sign James Carpenter and Jamon Brown. Like, you were scared.
Yeah.
You said, "Oh, we got to do
What
something
was the
now."
point of that? What was the point of that? How you going?
You got two linemen in the first round. Even then, offensive line still playing like crap shit.
And you paid $60 million for two of the worst options you can get.
You spent $15 million on a guard that tackled his own quarterback. That don't raise concerns.
You know what they should do. You know what they should do is switch the line. Defensive line, you finna play offensive line. Offensive line, you get to the opposing quarterback. That's it.
They did that with Ben Garland.
Thomas Dimitroff's philosophy was to go to Dollar Tree instead of going anywhere there like Walmart. You already know. You can tell him what to do. Hey, bro, go ahead and get this style of chicken. He gonna go to Dollar Tree and get the one in the freezer. So that's how he acts.
hey, think about this. Think
Instead
about
of going
this.
to the farmer's market and everything, he went to the Dollar General.
Dollar Tree.
Now, he didn't even go to the Dollar Tree. He went to the 99. He went to the 79-cent store. That shit don't even exist right now. But
Oh my god.
just think about this. Thomas Dimitroff ain't got interviewed or offered no GM job. Just think about it.
You keep going.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, Yeezy, keep going.
I mean, you finna get an interview at Dollar Tree for being the GM. Be the GM at Dollar Tree and shit.
Oh man, Dollar Tree, my ass, boy. Boy, that's gumball machine. That's gumball machine talent right there, boy. I got look. I got his worth right here. You see this nickel right here? This was his worth.
I got a whole nickel just on hand.
I mean, this is the man that been into this league, say, for 30 years. You've been in this league for 30 years plus. A year after getting fired, you still ain't got no interview?
Hell nah, he got a podcast talking shit about what he should.
Oh, he got a podcast?
He got a podcast on what he should have done.
That whole thing, they're just scary. Just like Dan Quinn didn't want to take no head coach job because he knew he would have to reset everything. You know, he ain't had that same talent.
Hey, you should see Dan Quinn, every team was on Dan Quinn, like they want Dan Quinn to be their head coach, right? I mean, everybody in Atlanta will tell that team that don't take Dan Quinn now. And nobody in Atlanta want Dan Quinn to be head coach. I can tell you that right now.
Man, the crazy thing is he cut so many coaches that were actually good just to make himself look good.
Bro, do you see that, like, right after the Super Bowl, right? I'm talking about the Super Bowl that we played. He fired the defensive coordinator just the day after.
Right.
And didn't he say himself that he caught the rest of that game in the second half himself?
No.
Yeah, I think he did.
He need to get slapped just for that.
I told you that's why we call him Gilbert.
He always want to do things himself. Like, what was the point? You might as well go the whole
Hold on. Everybody got so hype on this dude because he was like the defensive coordinator of the Seahawks, right?
Not me.
Look at it. Look at this. Pete Carroll is a defensive guru. Don't forget, like, the dude who built the Seahawks defensive coordinator prior, Dan Quinn. I think he left or something like that. But Dan Quinn ain't got nothing to do with that, but just be there. Everybody got so hyped because he was like the quote unquote architect of the Legion of Boom. And he was trying to build Legion of Boom in Atlanta. Well,
A Legion of Bust. That's what that was. I don't know about Legion of Boom.
Legion of Broom.
Or Bunky. That's what the Legion of Bunky. That's what he
A
brought.
Legion of Bloom.
Say it like it's supposed to be said. Legion of bullshit.
Bullshit. That's why I said Legion of Bunky.
Hey, do you even realize that we're still playing True Front? We're still playing Alford. We're still playing. There's a bunch of dude who's not even on that team that we're still paying.
I think we don't pay them no more. I think they're off our books.
Yeah,
now.
I think
it's
pretty
just.
much off.
Yeah,
You talk about True Front?
Yeah, he's off the books now. It's just Julio right now.
Still I think we paying him
those guys,
12 million this year.
I mean,
12 or 13.
those were terrible contract, man. Alford, True Front, you pay those guys 15 millions. Well,
yep. You gave True Font the contract, then cut him 2 years later.
That was the plan since the beginning, getting us fucked up, and then they had it.
That's why that's why Bill Belichick was the GM for New England, because he knew Dimitrov wasn't shit.
And see, here's the thing though with Belichick. Somebody finna get paid. Guess what? Belichick let them out. Oh, your ass out of here.
Yeah, I want to nickname for.
He don't want to pay nobody.
You right about that. But
he keeps this money for himself.
Exactly.
All right, Monte, what you got for your words? Your last.
My last words would be: dare to be different, bro. It is okay to have an opinion about what you want to have an opinion about. You do not have to conform to what everybody else is saying. And this is not an attack on a specific person at all. Be different, because that's how you stand out.
That's how the world works.
All right, Trey,
what you got, Trey?
One nickname for Dimitrov and Dan Quinn was Dumb and Dumber. Two, y'all look now. Like I said, this team is not far away from a winning team, y'all. We won 7 games with a 3-14 roster. Let's just be honest. After Ridley left, we basically had a 3-14 roster.
Right.
And Ryan and Arthur Smith and Dean Pease and that coaching staff and these players pulled 7 wins out and kept a lot of these games that were against teams that were in the playoffs very close. Other than the Dallas Cowboys game, but everything else was pretty close. So y'all have to understand, man. Teams, I mean, y'all just saw with the Bengals, man. The Bengals just came, they were the pick after us. They had the 5th pick last year, man. They were just in the Super Bowl. And like I said, man, we're nowhere near far off. We're not the Jaguars. We're not the Texans. We're not the Jets, where we have nothing anywhere. We have talent. All we need to do is add to that talent. And if we do, I can guarantee y'all we'll probably win the division next year. I can guarantee y'all.
Hey, I got a question. Is Thomas Dimitrov still staying in Atlanta?
Man, we not answering no more Thomas Dimitrov.
No, is he staying?
We done with his ass. We done with that man. We still having to deal with his bullshit now, and a lot of these crazy ass contracts that got us to this point. I'll say it. I say this and I say it again. One of the, I wouldn't even say having Dimitrov was one of the worst things that happened. I think what it just came down to, the Falcons just victim of circumstance. They just so happen to need a stadium. Rich McKay is a football guy, but he's also a lawyer, and he's able to get certain permits, and the Falcons needed him to put on his lawyer hat versus his football hat. And we just fell victim to that circumstance. Rich McKay is one of he's been born and bred in football since the day he was born. Like his father was a football guy, he's a football guy, and the reason why Thomas Dimitroff took over ultimately over the football team is because Rich McKay had to step away. So he wasn't ready for that spot. And he kind of took advantage of a situation with Scott Pioli. That's why Scott Pioli left, because of Thomas Dimitroff and his decision making. But like I said, it's like I don't regret having Dimitroff here because he did help us get to a Super Bowl. He helped us get here to a Super Bowl. He wasn't the architect, but he did help. So I don't regret him being here. What I do, I think it's just a learning lesson. Now we know how the Falcons organization needs to be run, and that is playing solid defense, running the ball, and have a quality quarterback. That's what it takes. All this prissy pretty shit didn't do nothing for us. In the Mike Vick era, that prissy pretty shit lost us a Super Bowl. Now we need to get back to being straight up gutter, running the ball, playing solid defense, and punching somebody mama in their face. No disrespect. That's what we need to get back to.
That was a great 2-point conversion.
Man, I got one thing good to say about Dimitrov though. Man, boy got that swag. Damn.
Coming from look. Hey, look, I'm about to say coming from the Saskatchewan Rough Riders, he better have some damn ass something.
Oh boy.
But
so what you got? ATM, what you got, bro?
Oh, like I said, before I kick it to KStylzz, my 2-point conversion is ask questions, keep that same energy, and be respectful. Don't be no crash dummy out here on social media, bro. Talking about slide me addresses and DMing, you know what I'm saying, folks and that and players, because you could get yourself in a lot of trouble. You can get yourself in a lot of trouble and in a lot of harm by doing that. So be respectful, ask questions, and keep that same energy. And I'm a alley-oop at the KStylzz for the dunk. Ain't did that in a while.
Exactly. We ain't threw no alleys to anybody. But yeah, like I said, kind of bouncing off the alley I just got, man. We gotta do better than this. I'm just gonna say it like this, man. We gotta do better than this. Cause like I said, if somebody, and I'm just gonna go back to like what y'all saying about keeping the same energy and respecting people's damn opinions here. We gotta do better than this shit. Cause the one thing that space taught me was we got some ignorant ass folks out here. And the definition of ignorant means not knowing or not willing to know. But man, this is why we do the platforms here. This is why we have stuff like this Friday Night Madness. Instead of you hiding behind shit, typing away, well, putting in comments that you know, especially leaving comments to me, because you know my black ass don't be on social media like that. I just have to eventually get around it and find it. But you got a lot of people out here, and like I said, you got content creators here as well that are really feeding this side of the Falcon fan base that really just want to push this team out of the city. That's really, and at a point like that, and hypothetically say, and I said this on the show the other day, Arthur Blank ain't got that much longer. So he's trying to do everything he can to at least see a football championship before he goes. But what makes you think that the next guy taking over really is loyal to the city?
Is T.I. taking over?
Man, please. T.I.'s in the comedy right now.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, he ain't worried about no football. Hell, T.I. is a bandwagon fan of everybody's goddamn team. I see him in everybody's damn jersey.
What he know about that?
And he is Suki Hunter. All right, that's what he is.
I think he just bought an Odell jersey a couple days ago.
You said what?
I think he just bought an Odell jersey a couple days ago.
He a Rams fan now. Yeah. So you know how that goes.
Man. Speaking on Falcon stuff, and he jumping
boat to boat.
I mean, you already know these people. They only here for the clout.
Right. And that's why I said this is kind of one of the main reasons why I don't do social media like that, because a lot of people act real tough.
Tell me about it.
They act real
behind the camera.
They act real tough when they come to talking about this team. That they hate this team because this quarterback. And like I said, we're just gonna use this as a talking point. Let's just say we'll say they hate Matt Ryan because Matt Ryan's white, right? I mean, what about the other 47 guys that are black? They don't matter now. If a quarterback makes you that angry at a team where you're pissed off that they win games, you need to take your ass somewhere to where you can find a quarterback you want.
Just leave, man. There ain't no point. You just waste your own breath at this point. I don't start listening to people that show no facts, no proof, just talk. I just leave it alone at this point.
Like I said, at the end of the day, this upcoming season coming up.
I mean, I got something to say right here.
Hold on. Let me finish it right quick. Let me finish it. I got to put the exclamation point on it.
Seems like I'm trying to forget. Go ahead.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is, if you got something to say to us, we got a platform ready for you to speak your shit. Hold on, let me drop.
We drop the link.
We drop links all the time. Y'all can cut this part up, send it to everybody you know that this may be talking to.
And guess
you
what?
Got a problem. You got, like I said, you got a problem. What we say, you come on here and you talk your shit. So we all want the smoke here.
And like I said, the past year and a half I've been watching, KStylzz and Mad Mike don't give y'all every opportunity they could, and only one person came up here in the past year and a half.
Because we're gonna get to the point. Because don't make us get to the point now where if you got some bullshit to say about us and our opinion, we just stop blocking all y'all asses around here.
Quit. That's it.
With the quickness. Because I about to say, we start, like I said, if you got something to say and the invitation is there and you don't come on from this point on, when the season starts, your asses get blocked. Because if you ain't got that energy to tell us about what we said wrong and tell us on here, but you doing this. Now, we some real football fans here. We debate over here. No, I'm just gonna leave it with that.
I'll tell you when I'm wrong right now.
Because I don't give a damn about being wrong.
If I'm wrong, yeah, my bad. I said the wrong thing. You show some stats. You show some proof that Matt Ryan, Debo, or Jalen Mayfield or somebody just was terrible out the season or in that one game. But like, all right, you got it across. My bad. You right on that. Ryan hasn't been that good that season. I said if Ryan has a down. When Ryan has a down game, I'm not gonna say, yeah, man, it was just it was everybody else's fault. No, I'm gonna stand up to it. It was when Ryan didn't have a good game, but when it's just y'all just say stuff and then don't show nothing, don't say nothing, don't even come up on the show to tell us why. Y'all just type in insulting people. The
main excuse they use is put in the link. I didn't see the link.
I'm at work.
I'm like, motherfucker, there is 24 links in the goddamn chat.
It's one above your comment, fool.
Exactly.
I literally pin almost every time we put it, I pin it to the video. So you cannot miss it. It's a blue link right on top of it when you look at the comment. So you cannot miss it. All right. Like I said before, this goes to any and everybody. If you think I'm the dumbest person on earth, I said the dumbest shit ever. Come on. All right. Just like this, look, just bring your ass on the show so I can explain out myself. That's it.
And all I'm gonna do is have some popcorn.
Don't tweet. Oh, he's stupid. You didn't even hear my explanation and KStylzz dumb. I'm dumb, or whoever dumb. You didn't even hear. All you saw was a picture, or you saw a quote from whatever, and you just ran with it. How about being men and women and just try to act, try to see where someone's coming, instead of just like immediately turning this person into, the bad guy. I mean, I'm perfectly fine being the bad guy. I've always been the bad guy, but still.
Shit, you the bad guy. They don't even know what I am, because goddamn it, I piss folks off. I'm so in the cut, but yet I piss folks off. And bro, it was so, my bad. It was so sad that when Mike made the tweet about Calvin Ridley and all these people had all these goddamn opinions, and he put the link on there, one person came up.
Because they said he was promoting it for his show. That's why they didn't want to join. That's what they said. He made that tweet just to get some viewers on his show. But then the same person.
The crazy part is he get views anyway. He don't need to say nothing about this particular person.
I'm about 10,000 views away from 3 million. So trust me, I'm not hurting for any. I'm not hurting for views. All right, these guys support us.
Free 99, no tax, but y'all still don't want to come on.
And I'm gonna end it on this. There was literally a comment. If you go look at Mad Mike's tweet about Calvin Ridley, there was literally a comment that flat out said that Calvin Ridley quit and it's Matt Ryan's fault. And then there was a comment to where a dude added Mike Davis. Do you think Matt Mike got that same do you think they got the same energy that Matt Mike got and the same backlash? Nope. And we gonna end it on that.
We're gonna end it on that, but I wonder why. But I ain't promoting for my show.
But you're trying to call out somebody. You want to call out somebody, and the person you trying to call out say, okay, yeah, you got an issue. Talk to me right here. I ain't going back and forth with you on here. I got carpal tunnel. I ain't doing that shit.
Bro, I can't even type that damn fast. Look, my motherfucking fingers all fucked up from football, basketball, broke thumbs. Like, bro, I ain't got time. I can't type shit.
Like I said,
Yeah, they'll rather
care
screenshot you and put it on their page. That's just weak.
But by doing that, they're the ones really clout chasing.
You got people that'll say, "Oh, he was such a all them words." I ain't gonna say him on the show out of respect, but just calling people out. But it's because I have an opinion on a football player. That's it. That's how you feel about me as a person in my personal life. Because I have an opinion about a football player. Really, I'm gonna start signing stuff with my name on it. Y'all feel that way?
Exactly.
Vontae Hughes said this.
Exactly. So instead of attacking, like I said, instead of attacking the person, attack the opinion and debate and make sure that is right. Don't attack the person, attack the opinion. Attack
and
the
it is. I have to say this: it is okay to have an opinion. You don't have to like what I say. I actually, at the end of the day, don't care if you don't like what I say, but I will respect you for debating me about it.
Mm-hmm. And you know what the crazy thing is? The main people that we've seen that do this, that come on here to talk to us, is mostly guys that sound like they under the age of 21. Have y'all noticed that?
Yeah. And we just had that situation in the Discord. What was that? 2 weeks ago? Last week?
Yes, sir. We surely did.
One of the biggest things I don't respect is if you having a whole honest conversation with somebody, but then you want to come out of it and then misquote by the way, and then make it your own tweet about somebody and add them. They know who I'm talking about. I don't respect that.
Oh, you talk. Oh.
And this my thing with it. Y'all not nobody here. When Matt Mike comes into a space, y'all already have some type of feeling about him. He ain't have to open his mouth, but people already got that feeling because of preconceived notion.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And one more thing, Mike doesn't speak for everybody that's on his damn show. Let me just put that.
Say that shit again. Say that again right there.
Can you please say that? Please do. Please, because I be catching strays on Twitter, bro.
All right. We're gonna cut this up. Somebody cut this up. We're gonna end the show on this.
Because I'm my own man. When I go to the bathroom, I don't need nobody else to shake it for me. I do it myself.
Exactly.
All you gotta do is just ask.
I'm gonna say it like this: Mike does not speak for everybody that's on this show.
Sure don't.
When you was a teenager and you was beating your dick, you didn't need nobody to be for you. I'm just saying.
Y'all already know when I take that hat off, I'm done, bro. I'm done.
We ain't here to play.
Put it back on.
You did it yourself, didn't you? So you don't need nobody else to do it for you. So at the end of the day, we ain't here to play. We here to stay. You ain't got to go home.
But you and Thomas Dimitrov got to get the hell.
Oh my
and Dante,
God.
Oh, 18 reasons to get out.
Oh my